Yeah, thanks for reminding. Okay. We have not started anything. We are just starting. So first of all, we are going to see what exactly we are going to build in this particular session. Okay. So this is a workflow. Don't get scared by seeing all this, that what is happening. Now, this is going to be a simple chatbot that I'm going to build. Oh, it's a RAG. It's basically RAG plus agent, right? You can say it's an agentic RAG project where based on the question, I have two things. I have some personal documents which are present in my system. So this is my folder where I have a lot of PDFs. So I have this PDF with me, like 𝗫𝗏 2029. And if you see, it contains pages. It has approximately 126 pages. And what I want to do, I want to chat with it. Okay. But this is not the only thing I want. There is a lot of information which I want that is available online, and I cannot basically get it from there. I have to do some web search and all those things. So we'll be doing that, and let me show you the output. So what is going to happen in this project is, first of all, I'm going to ask a question, okay, from the left hand. There I have, guys, please mute yourself if you're not speaking, otherwise I will mute yourself. Okay. So after that, what is happening? Okay. After that, what will happen is you will have two resources to answer. First of all, you will have your document, which I just showed you. It will be present here, and you will have a web search tool through you'll explore online and you will try to get the answer of user. Okay. After that, you will store those information in a database, which I have created here. If you see, I have all the information that I'm going to do. Whatever I ask, everything will be stored in a document. For example, I will ask a question. The question will get stored in a database, and its answer will get stored in a database. The moment I ask it, its timestamp will be stored so that I can refer to it in future, that, okay, this is what I did with my chatbot. Okay. There will be a thing called as memory, that my chat memory. For example, when you use ChatGPT, right, it remembers your context. Whenever you ask, let's say, multiple questions, it remembers what you asked 10 minutes back, right? For that, we are going to use a Postgres memory as well in a Postgres table. So if you come here, all the chat history which you are going to do will be present here. Okay. So for example, you can see this, all the, like I asked this particular question, right? It will, so every chat conversation I will store in a database so that I can refer to that in future, so that if I try to ask the question from it again and again, it can answer me. Once it is done, what will happen after storing in a database, it will write an email and send to me. So let me show you some of the examples that I just ran. For example, I just ran this thing that I asked a question. So, dear Raman, I hope this finds you well. Thank you for reaching out to the question, and it will provide you the answer. For example, let me show you another thing. So I asked this question and it will give me the answer over an email. Okay. So automatically a response will go as an email. So the moment you ask a question, it will get you the answer, but not only it will get you the answer, it will also store the information in a database. It will send you an email as well. And also after that, what it is going to do, it is going to put a message on Slack as well. So Slack is like WhatsApp only, right? So let me show you. So Slack is a channel. If you see, parallelly, whatever I'm going to ask, guys, please don't speak if you are not. Please mute yourself if you're not speaking. And whatever you ask, you will get a response on notification on Slack as well. That, okay, this is your question, and below is the response that you asked, right? And such kind of automation you might have seen inside companies, that whenever you do anything, different things are triggered. So this is the platform, this is the tool that we are going to build today. Okay, and everything we will do without coding. So the best part is that you don't need to know any single piece of coding. Okay, so any question before I begin? Anyone want to ask anything? Please feel free to ask me.
Yes, I have one question here. May I know, let's say, example, I say how to import the flow into, let's say I have the NNN installed in my PC. Let's say based on your flow, let's say I want to import it into my, what I call this flow in. How to, that means once I import, can I, do I need to change anything?
You don't need to change anything. Whatever I'm going to teach, just do that. You'll be good. Okay. Once you're done this, you can save it file. You can share it, right? And you can share it in format of a basically. Just a second. Yeah, you can download it as a JSON file. You can download it in any format, right? You can download and you can open it as well. So you can download and share URL as well, and you can open it in your systems.
Oh, okay. Okay. So meaning that let's say example, let's say you have this flow, let's say I can import it as a flow in an NN format, and then I import it into my.
Yes, I will send you the link. You can import as a flow, but try to create on your own as well. It's
okay,
not
can.
Right. My objective is to teach you how you can create. We'll create this entirely from scratch. I'm just showing you that what we are going to build. So for example, let us say I have to ask from this document. If you see this document, I have this is about Nike company, total number of shares purchased from between March 1 and this in 2019. Okay. Now suppose, tell me this, if I ask this question to ChatGPT, will it answer me this number? What do you think?
No, I don't think so. But if I say you put in this into the vector database, I mean the embedded, it will.
Yeah. So yeah, the main thing is that if you cannot ask. So those who are beginners completely try to understand this, that when you use ChatGPT or any AI model, right, it has a cutoff date and it cannot answer all your questions. So for example, GPT-4 latest model has a cutoff date of 1 January 25. If you try to ask him any information as of today or any of your private information, it will not be able to answer. So let's try to see this. For example, I asked the question to Claude that what is the number of shares purchased? What is the number of shares purchased by Nike between March 1 to March 31, 2019. Okay. And when I put it enter, let's see what it replies. So if you try to see, it is trying to search over internet. Let's see. So it is not able to answer properly if you try to see that, because this information is little private and it will not be able to answer it properly. Okay. But I have that answer present in my document. If I ask the same question, for example, in my chatbot that I created, and I'm sorry, this might look little small to you guys. The interface is not that good of, but still I'll try to zoom in. Okay. So let's say I try to ask the same question here. Okay. Let me see what does it reply. So see, this is the response that it gave. Between March 1 and this, Nike purchased 2939 shares at the price of this. And if I compare with the document, it's exactly same, 2939 at average price of 285.33. And let's see if it has sent me an email or not. So we will see. Yeah. So let me check my email. So yeah, I got a new email. I hope this message finds you well. Thank you for reaching out with your inquiry regarding Nike's recent purchase activity. In response to your question, between March 1 and March 31, Nike purchased a total of this, right? You got an answer in your email. Okay. And parallelly, I would have got a message on Slack as well. Let me check Slack. So this is my Slack, and see, hi Aman, below is the response of your question. Between this, Nike purchased this. Get my point? So this is the complete level of, you can do a lot of things. This is just a basic thing. You can set calendars, you can send invites, you can make calls, and indefinite, like there are so many things that you can do. But for this session, I'm trying to comprise myself of not a very advanced software, so that you guys, everyone can understand. I'll try to bring up more complex workflows in future. Okay. Is everyone good with it? Any doubt, anyone?
Satvik, I have one question. How do we log in? Like in n8n.io, we go to that website.
Yes.
We need to sign in.
Yes.
Okay.
You need to sign in there. And create an account and sign in.
One more thing, actually, is the file, this workflow is such your local database, local files and everything, it will give the result.
Sorry?
So you got the output of the Nike, okay, shares. So
yes,
is it pulling from your local files?
No, it is not pulling from my local. I have set up the file that you see right now. Okay. Let me show you. The file is not present in my local. It is pulling the file from actually Google Drive. Okay. So I will show you this flow as well. That what is going to happen. So yeah, this file was present in this PDF was present in my Google Drive. So what it is doing actually, if you come here, you will see that I have set up a trigger on my Google Drive folder. Whenever I upload a file on my Google Drive, for example here, right? Whenever I'll be uploading any file on this folder, it will automatically put that into the vector database. Okay, so that flow also we are going to set up.
Okay, so now it is reading. Can I upload the file using the same workflow?
Sorry?
Can I upload the file from local drive to that Google Drive?
Yes. All you need to do, you need to come. For example, I will put. So let me show you what I'm going to do. File upload, desktop. Okay. So first of all, let's see this. This is my vector database. Okay. It has how many entries? Let's see. It has 256 records, right? Do you see this?
Yeah.
Now, what I will do, I will upload a new file, for example. So I'm going to this desktop N8N. Okay, I will take this. I'll take a small PDF, this incorrect facts, just for right now. Okay, or maybe I'll take this DataSense AI project 3. Okay, I will put this in the Google Drive. Now you see this PDF got uploaded. Now what will happen parallelly, that this flow will trigger automatically. And you were seeing 256 records, right? Give it like 30 or seconds or 1 minute, you will see the number of records will automatically increase. So we will set up so what will happen when you put a file in a Google Drive, the workflow that will create, it will automatically pull the file from there. It will put in the vector database and it will chunk it and embed it and store it.
Okay. So, is it like event? Okay.
It's like an event. The moment you basically upload. So I have created an event in this particular drive that whenever this thing. So see, I have not clicked anything. Now, if I go here, let me refresh it. Yeah. So it takes some time, I think. Meanwhile, we will start building the application, but you will see it will increase from 256 to some number.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I just reload it, there are 258 records, right?
2 records, yeah.
2 records increased. Okay. Now what will happen that whenever you upload any file, now suppose let's see what that particular file consisted of. Let me ask a question related to that. So this particular AI project 3 consisted of I created a project, basically CSV chatbot, right? So let me ask chatbot a question. Can you give me a summary, a problem? Can you give me the problem statement of AI project 3, for example? Can you please provide me a summary of problem statement of AI project 3 by DataSense? Okay, I'll enter it here, and let's see, it will parallelly read from wherever it wants to read. And okay, it will not read because I have to set up. I have not set up prompts properly in the backend, which we will do while doing the project. But it will be able to answer while we do this. So let's try to build this project. Okay, I'm just. Does anyone need an introduction? What is RAG and what is agent, or shall I start building the project?
Yeah, we are not aware. People.
We need.
You need an introduction, right? What is a RAG and what is an agent? Okay.
Yes.
So I'll spend next 30
Can you
minutes on
turn off
that.
in-call messages and
Sorry.
can you turn off the in-call messages screen on the right side?
Which one?
Please maximize the screen.
We can see the in-call messages on your screen on the right side.
chat.
Right side chart you can.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Yes.
this one only.
Yeah, they are asking to disable the chat there.
Disable the chat window so that we can see your screen
Full
max.
screen, full screen, we can see.
No, I will not be opening this. We'll be working on a different screen. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We will be working here. Don't worry about that. That I just keep on checking if someone has asked any question. So see, next 30 minutes, we're going to spend on understanding what is RAG and what is agent. And then in the remaining 1 hour, we will try to build the project. Okay. Those who already know agent and RAG, very good. But please try to bear with it with others, right? And so first of all, let's try to understand what is RAG. Okay. Okay, so RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. Okay. So the meaning of RAG is this. Now, why? Like, okay, meaning is this, but let's try to understand what does it actually do. Okay. So this is my ChatGPT. Okay. Suppose I ask ChatGPT a question that how many continents are there in the world? Will it be able to provide me the answer?
Yes.
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 It will. Why? Because we know that ChatGPT is a model. It is trained on enormous level of data, and this kind of information that you see, it is a very generic and static information. Like I would say, 10 years back, this information would be same. Now also it is same. Maybe 10 years after now, the information will be same, right? So this is a kind of a static information. Yes or no?
True.
Yes. Yes, actually, but I have a question actually, Shapir. Here. Hello,
Yes,
can you
please.
hear me?
Yes, please ask me.
So when you are saying that it is static, but sometimes we get like yesterday or day before yesterday what has happened in cricket or in like geopolitics. ChatGPT gives answer.
I'm coming to that. Okay, I'm coming to that.
Okay.
First of all, think this way. Any model that you see, ChatGPT or anything, okay? If you guys were using ChatGPT 1 year ago, it would not provide those information which are, for example, if I ask what is the latest news today, ChatGPT will not provide that information. Now they have increased the capability of it. And that is what we are going to understand, that how that capability is created in ChatGPT. But first of all, understand this, that any model like ChatGPT or any kind of LLM that you use, okay, it always has a cutoff date. Okay. So for example, a GPT model has a cutoff date of January 1, 2025. So, and tell me this, are the GPT models or any LLM, is it built on public data or it is built on private data, or it is built on both?
Both.
No, it is built on public data. Yes, ChatGPT does not have access to your bank statement. Yes or no?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm asking, am I saying you're right or wrong? Tell me.
Yeah, right.
ChatGPT does not have.
Hope that it doesn't have.
You hope, but actually does not have. But I mean, even if they have, they will not answer right now. So basically, it does not have access to your private information. Correct?
Yes.
We assume this. In future, I don't know. Okay. It does not have information about your organization, inside the organization. I mean, for example, that what all projects your company is doing inside. Those information it cannot answer, correct? But what it can answer is publicly available information, right? This information it can answer. Now, for example, let us say I ask ChatGPT, how much money I transferred yesterday. Will it be able to answer this?
No.
No, it will not able to.
No.
No, right?
No.
It is a private, right?
It's a private information, right? It will say, I'm not able to access your personal accounts or transaction history, correct? Now, suppose we have a document. At this particular document, if you see data sense project 3, right, which I just showed you, this one. This is what? This is my private document. If I try to ask him that summarize me the data sense project challenge 3, okay, will it be able to answer that?
No.
If you upload, if you give access to the
I'm not uploading
document, ask
anything.
it to summarize, then it will.
I'm not uploading anything.
Then it will not.
Not.
So it does not know that information, correct? So what do we understand so far? We understand that ChatGPT or any LLM has some restriction. It does not know everything, okay, but it has some restriction. So what we have to do, let me come here. So any LLM that you see, for example, okay, let's say this is ChatGPT, okay. This is the LLM that you are having, and it will always have a limitation. Now, but what you want, that you want it to have the context of the real world. I mean, it will become more better. So there are two types of things that we do. First, but tell me, if I can give this information here, if I give this, let's say I copy this, okay, text with ChatGPT, and I ask it now the same question, give me a summary of AI project 3, and below is the context. Will it be able to answer now?
Yes.
Yes, it will be on.
Why it
It's
is
a
able to answer?
limited context here.
Because
But
I have
it
given
has
some
some
context,
context.
right? Because I gave it some. Okay. Similarly, when we are talking about any LLM, if we can provide it some external information, then it can become a universal chatbot. Okay. So, for example, if I can give it access to my documents, so suppose these are my private documents. Okay. These are my private documents. If I can give it access to this, can it answer now?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? It will be able to answer now. Now suppose, okay, now think like this. Suppose I also give it access to do a web search. That what you can do some web search as well. That because my document will not contain every information. Let's say I want to know that what is the top 3 news of today. My documents do not contain that information. LLM also does not have that information. Then how can I get that information?
It will search from the web.
Yeah, so you have to find some capabilities that it can search that information from internet. Okay, search capability. We have to get this particular feature here, right? How it will be done, I will show you, but this is something which we need to do. So technically, what do I mean to say? That if to my LLM I can provide some access to my private documents and some search capabilities, it will be able to answer my question. Correct? Is everyone good with it? Any doubt, anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's try to study this. How will you provide access to this? You'll have to give the whole text, right? Now, suppose this is my document. It has how many pages? 126 pages. It has text over all 126 pages. If I just copy everything, let's say copy all 126 pages and I put in ChatGPT and I ask it question, will it be able to answer me?
Yes.
There's a text limit in
Yes.
ChatGPT.
So you need to understand that you cannot pass indefinite information in ChatGPT for multiple reasons. The first reason is that, remember, you have, so if you guys know token, for now understand token means word. Actually token are not words, but for now you can assume token are words. So basically whatever money that you pay to ChatGPT for any chat, it is based on, you pay per token. Okay, pay per token. Now suppose, assume if you're passing 126 pages and every pages has how many, roughly I would say 150 tokens. This will become so many tokens. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so problem is that, the first problem is that if you pass the whole PDF, it will become very costly. This is the first problem of passing the whole document together. Second problem, now think like this, I'm taking a 2-hour session right now. What if I take an 8-hour session? Okay. And I force you to sit an 8-hour session, and after 8-hour session I start asking you a question about the session. What will happen?
It won't be effective.
You won't be, like, you will not remember everything, correct?
Yeah.
What will happen if I just think like this? If you're hungry, you can eat some food, but what if I force you to eat? You will basically throw up, right? So that is the thing with ChatGPT as well, that it has a context. We call it context width, that how many words can it understand properly at one time. Okay, so that also has a limit. So it's not that you can pass on so many information and you can ask questions from that, right? You want to basically restrict yourself generally to, I would say, 3,000 to 4,000 token, not more than that generally. Okay, these are good, not more than that, because otherwise LLM will start hallucinating. Hallucinating means it will not answer from that particular thing. Okay, so these are the two major problems. There are more problems, but major problems are these two. First of all, it is costly. Second, if you pass everything, it it will not be able to answer. It will give you error and a lot of things which will come. So what can we do here? What can be a solution here? If I want to read a PDF like this, which has 126 pages. So the solution that we use is basically called Retrieval-Augmented Generation. So what we do here, that suppose I have a document, let's say, this is my private document that I'm having. Okay. So it will involve 2 steps. The step 1 is called chunk and embed. I will tell you what does it mean. So what do we do in the first step? Let's suppose this is my private document, which I just showed you. Okay. I will not pass the whole document at one to the model. What will I do? I will take the document, I will split it into small parts. And this is called chunking. Okay. What I will do that, okay, I take the document based on some condition, I will split it into different parts. So let's say this is my chunk 1. And similarly, I'll create different chunks of the document. Okay. So how many chunks did I create for this document? I created, I think, 6. Chunk 4, chunk 5, and chunk 6. Okay. All good, everyone? Now the thing is that I do not want to pass all the chunks to the user question or to the LLM. But what would I want to do? What do you think?
Sequentially?
No. Suppose I ask a question that this question, what is the sale? What question did I ask here? Let's say I ask, what is the revenue in 2019? Okay. So how will you decide which chunk to pass? So suppose let's say you want to get answer to this question. What is the revenue in 2019? Which page would you like to pass to LLM? This page or this page?
The chunk which has a word like revenue mentioned or 2019 mentioned.
The chunk, the chunk which has word like revenue 2019 something like mentioned. If you see here, revenue is there, 2019 is there, right? But this page might not have. So if I summarize by saying I would like to pass those chunks which are similar to the question that I have asked, will it be a right statement?
Yeah, I mean, it will narrow down.
Yeah, it will narrow down basically. So I cannot pass all the chunks, but what I can do, I can see that, okay, my answer might be present in chunk 3 or chunk 4. These both are talking about revenue. Just like in a book, there are multiple chapters. Let's say I have a book which tells me about the biography of a person. The chapter 1 tells introduction, chapter 2 tells his birth. Suppose I have to know where did that person work, right, between the age of 35 to 40. Now, will you read the whole book one by one, page by page, or you will go to the index and check where does it talk about his employment, and you will directly go to that page.
Index-based navigation.
Right? So what will you do instead of reading? What will happen if you read page one by one?
It will take a lot of time.
It will take a lot of time. And if you want to do things quickly, what will you do? You will simply check the index. Okay, chapter 5 talks about his work. So I'll simply go to chapter 5. So this is what we are doing, that we're going to chapter 3 and chapter 4. We think that answer could be in these two, and I will pass, instead of passing all 6 chunks, I'll pass these 2 chunks to LLM. Okay. But how is that going to happen? Now this chunk, if you see, this is just a text only. That whatever PDF we took, we just splitted it, right? We just split it like this. This is one chunk, this is next chunk, right? We splitted it. Can machines understand text?
No.
Machines cannot understand text. Okay. I'm not going in too much detail right now because it will change the direction of the class. But machines cannot read text. So what do we have to do? We have to convert the text into a representational numbers. That machines can only read 0101, right? So what we have to do, we have to take this text, whatever text is present, we have to convert them into some sort of numbers. How that number is created, for that I have a video already on YouTube, you can check there. But right now, just try to understand that we'll convert those text into some numbers. Those numbers are called embeddings. Okay. So what I will do for all these chunks which you see here, I'll convert them into embeddings. Okay. E1, E2, E3, E5, and E6. Clear? Any doubt, anyone?
So embeds are basically the codes, machine codes for the different.
Embeds are machine codes. Right now, you can assume that. Okay. That, let's say I have a text. I want to play. Okay. So let me show you. Give me rough embeddings of the text I want to play. Okay. So it will be like this, a number like this. Okay. Now, what is this number? Because I cannot explain in this session. It's a separate topic, but I have covered that in detail in a video on YouTube. Okay. So similarly, what I show you, the table that I created, you see these vectors, these numbers that you see. This is the embedding for each text that we will create. Okay.
Get it. One more question. So I understand E1, E2 are their embeds for the chunks, but how do we divide those into different chunks? Like if For example, like if one chunk has revenue 2019, so how do
Yes.
you decide that those number of chunks would be there and this chunk will have this? So
No,
will it?
one
Yeah.
chunk will have one embedding. So
One.
let us say this is your text, for example. Okay. This whole text will have one embedding.
Okay. Hmm.
Getting my point?
Oh, okay.
This whole text will have one embedding. This whole text will have one embedding.
So this embed is a transformation of that.
Embedding is
It's
basically
in the chunk.
yes. Embedding is basically this is the paragraph you can read in English. Machine
Okay.
cannot read it. So you convert them into some numbers which machine can read it, and machine can understand the same thing that you are understanding by reading it.
Okay, good.
So it machine can do machine create embedding for each word or for a paragraph or
So
context
how,
basically?
when you embed, so you can create embedding for one word as well. You can create embedding for whole sentence as well. What happens that when you create an embedding for whole sentence, it will create embedding for each word first of all. Okay. Then it will try to understand the position of different words and it will adjust the embedding. It's a whole process. I mean, as I told, it will take a lot of time to explain that. Right now, think like this whole paragraph will be created as a single embedding. So it does not mean that number of words equal to number of embeddings. No, this whole paragraph will have one embedding, which will contain information like contextual information, that one line is before that, after that, right? Suppose you take this line, you move from start to the end, the embeddings will change because the meaning of the statement will change. Okay. So right now, just understand that embeddings are the numbers which represent this text. That much is enough for now. Okay. Yeah, I will share the link for embedding. Don't worry. After the session in the group, I will share. Clear, everyone? Any doubt? Now, what will I do? I will store these embeddings somewhere. So I store them in a special type of database, which is called vector database. Okay. It's a vector database. Okay. Now there are a lot of vector databases out there in the market. Right now I'm using a Postgres vector database, which is called pgvector. But if you check online, you will see a lot of vector database. Like this is Pinecone. This is one of the very famous the vector database for GenAI applications. Okay. There is another, I will show you, AstraDB. Okay. Yeah. This is also a vector database for generative AI applications. Then you will see, for example, ChromaDB. This is also a vector database, which you will see that how embeddings are created, how they are stored, right? You can read by going to this website. There is another by Facebook, Facebook AI similarity search. Okay, this is also a vector database, which you can see. There are a lot of.
But SQL database is not a vector database, right?
SQL is not a vector database, but Postgres is a vector database. Postgres has this functionality of storing vectors, but regular, if you cannot store vectors in your SQL table.
Yeah. Oracle recently released the vector database, I think.
Sorry?
Oracle recently released the vector database.
Okay.
Yeah. So this I am storing this embeddings here. This is a Postgres table which I have created. So it allows that, but other SQL table do not allow that. Okay.
And I understand it will be a detailed discussion, but what is like one line difference between vector database and SQL database? Like, does it points to some directory?
Do you know what are vectors?
Vectors we know, yeah. Vectors
You
I know.
studied in school, right?
With points and to direct somewhere.
Which have point and direction, right? So they are represented in a certain way. Okay. So for that, it needs to have some like your SQL database is what it just stores information.
Right.
Here, all these numbers that you see, they have some contextual meaning. Okay. They are used for searching. So those capabilities come through vector. Basically, they provide concepts like cosine similarity search. They provide things like L2 similarity search, those kind of things. Those things a normal SQL table cannot do.
Get it.
Okay. Again, it's a long discussion as I mentioned, but just telling you the context that vector, when you have to store a vector, you use a vector database. And what are vectors? Vectors basically provide an option to basically compare two things, to do searches. When you search on Google, what is a Google? It's a search engine, right? So what does Google do? You put your question, it has everything indexed, right? And it has everything embedded. And when you ask a question, it tries to give you the most similar vector to your question, and you get that. Okay. So just I gave you some context, you can read about it, but this is the difference between a vector database and a regular SQL database. Okay.
Thank you.
So one quick question, and when you say Postgres has it, I mean, is it the same Postgres SQL database,
Yes,
or there is
same
different version of it?
Same Postgres. Postgres has built this feature recently.
Okay, so essentially this is a extension of the row-wise, databases like SQL. Everyone else can also build it at some point, right?
Yeah. Everyone will else build later on. So earlier, before these embeddings and all those things like GenAI came in, only specialized. I'm not sure if you have heard this. There's a thing called Cassandra. How many of you have heard this? Right? We use Apache Cassandra. So we used to store in this particular type of things. These provided the search capability, but with the advent of GenAI applications, a lot of vector databases have come. Every database is expanding its functionality from a regular database to a vector database as well, so that you can store vectors there. Okay. Clear? Everyone, any doubt?
Cassandra also a vector database?
Yes, Cassandra is also vector database. It has lot of features. Vector database is one of the things that it is. So it's mainly a NoSQL, but it has vector DB option as well. Okay. Good, everyone. Shall I move ahead? So let's try to understand. So what will happen that your document, you will take, chunk, embed, and you will store in a vector database. Now comes your second step, that when user asks a question, what will happen that when user asks a question? Step 2, user asks a question. Okay. So when user asks a question, what is going to happen? So let's say this is the question. What is the revenue in 2019? Okay. Let's say this is the question that user asked. Okay. Now, how will your how will your model try to answer this particular thing? So what is going the process to answer this kind of question is, any question is that you will take the question. Now remember the PDF that or document that we had, it is stored in form of embeddings, and I want to compare it is which two embeddings are closest to the question. Yes, this is my task, right? Which two of these embeddings are closest to the question? Can I compare this text to this embedding? This is a text, this is a number. Can I compare?
No.
So what will I have to do?
Convert the question into the
Convert
embedding.
the question into a question embedding, right? So what will I do? I will convert it into a question embedding. This is done using an embedding model, which like OpenAI, every provider provides that. So this is done using an embedding model. Okay. I didn't tell you this earlier. This all process of converting to an embedding is done by an embedding model. There are a lot of models out there. We will be using
one question. So I understand all the different embedding models which are there, which are provided by different OpenAI providers. Will same embeddings generated?
No, everyone will have different embeddings. Now this is the USP. Think like this: better the embeddings, better the model. Yes.
Okay.
Yes or no? So if everything is same, then there is no competition, right? Every company wants to create the right embedding model so that they can actually grasp the context of the text, what is there.
Okay.
So what will we do? We take the question, pass to an embedding model, convert to an embedding, question embedding. Now we have to compare this embedding with all these 6 embeddings, correct? And I have to get, let's say, which are the top 2 embeddings which match with my question. So let us say these are the 2 embeddings, 𝗵4 and 𝗵5, which match with my question. So these are the top 2 embeddings, for example. Top 2 embeddings. Now how was I getting the answer with ChatGPT? I was giving the question and I was giving it some context here, right? This is what I need to do here as well. I will ask the question that user has asked and I will give it a context. In the context, I will need to provide what? I will need to provide. So tell me, will I pass the embeddings there or will I have to pass the chunks there? What do you think?
Pass the chunks, I think.
Why not embeddings? Think like this. If I ask the question like this, below is the context.
Chunks
And
only can be
I
read
give it like this, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. And 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 1.0. But tell me, will it be able to answer? No, because what is this?
embedded format.
Just numbers for LLM right now. Let's see what is it apply. But this context seems to be a pair of numeric arrays, maybe embeddings or mock data, and does not tell us, right? It says to answer a question, I need a structured text properly. Okay, so what do we get it from here? That, okay, I got the 2 embeddings, but to answer the question, I need to get the chunks related to these 2 embeddings rather than the embeddings. So what were the chunks? Chunk 4 and chunk 5. Correct? So top 2 embeddings, and these are the top 2 chunks. Okay. Now what will happen? I'll take the user question, which was there. Okay. I'll take the user question. I'll take these 2 chunks. Okay. And I will pass to my LLM model. Now can LLM answer me the question?
Yes.
So this is the whole flow. So what do we see? So this is the whole flow of retrieval augmented generation. Now let's try to understand the meaning. Retrieval augmented generation. Generation means simply getting answer from LLM. That means generation. When we see retrieval, if we see we are picking the top 2 embeddings, it can be top 2, top 3, you can say that. But what are we doing? We are retrieving the right chunks based on the user question. We are not passing every chunk. We are selecting or retrieving the right chunks from the already existing chunks. So we are technically retrieving that, right? So that is why our word retrieval. Plus, we are adding those chunks to the original question. What is adding means? Adding also means augmentation, right? It's an English word. So retrieval augmented generation. It means that you are not doing a simple generation. You are retrieving a context from somewhere, augmenting it to the user question, and then generating the answer. Okay. This is called as RAG.
Can you go over the augmented piece once more? Retrieving part is clear.
What is augmentation? Is English word.
No,
right?
I understand. In this context, what does augmentation work? What did it really augment?
It augmented these 2. The original question was this. If I ask the original question to ChatGPT, will it answer?
No, it doesn't have the context. So it
Right. So
has
I'm
to get
providing
the...
those context here, right? So this context I'm augmenting to the user question.
Okay, that's the piece. Okay, got it.
Okay. Got it? Anyone, any doubt? This is the flow of retrieval augmented generation. This is the whole architecture that, and remember this all we will be doing right now. We'll get a document, we will chunk it, embed it, and we will store in a vector database. After that, when a question comes, I'll first of all convert to an embedding model. I'll convert to question embedding, then retrieve top K, and then I will pass to the original question to LLM, and I'll get the answer. Originally, you need to do code all this, but the good part of n8n is that you don't need to code anything. If you understand the flow, you just need to tap, and just done with it. Okay.
Really nice explanation. Thank you.
Okay. Now this is what is RAG. Now I'm coming next to agents. What is an agent? That is something very important to learn, because we are going to create an agentic RAG here. So now let's study. Guys, is it fine if session extends by 30 minutes? I hope everyone is fine, right?
Yes, we are good.
It's very interesting.
Because I want to explain agents first before moving to, because creation is very simple. Creation is not difficult right now. Okay. So now let's try to understand what is agents. Okay.
Agent is something which can do your repetitive work. So I don't know how.
Agent is not which can do a repetitive work. Okay.
Agent is to communicate to the other machine.
Okay. Okay.
Give me 1 second. I'll stop screen sharing. I have a PPT. I need to get it, and I'll explain you. Okay. Just give me 1 more minute. I'll share with you. AI agents. Agents. AI agents. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Yeah, I got the PPT. Just I'm downloading it. Right. I'll just start sharing in a minute. Okay. Okay. Let me start sharing my screen again. Okay. So what will I'll explain AI agents. Then let's have a break of 10-15 minutes, and then we will come to n8n. I'll show how the workflow gets created. I don't want to feed you guys with so much information, but yeah. Can you see my screen now?
No, it's yeah.
Is it visible now?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to explain you what is agent. Okay. And please try to focus. This is very, very important. Everything else is okay. So first of all, let's understand what. So when we say agent, AI, what is AI? AI means artificial intelligence. What do you mean by intelligence?
Thinking power.
Intelligence. intelligence is something which can build logic and like human intelligence is,
Intelligence
can
is
build
nothing but
intelligence and
thinking
take
power.
decisions based on.
It
Intelligence is
can
what?
understand and interact in natural language.
No. So tell me this thing. An animal cannot understand natural language. Do you call animals intelligent?
No.
You don't
Yeah,
call
I
animals.
think it's ability to, if we just define it as ability to process information
Yes.
and
So
synthesize that.
intelligence has nothing to do with he's good in coding, he has coded these many months. It has nothing to do with that, right? These are our definition.
Yeah, ability to take decisions.
Exactly. Intelligence is what? Anything that possesses the ability to think, decision making, and acting smartly. That is called intelligence. Okay. So artificial intelligence means these things, critical thinking, decision making, or acting smartly, is something which we need to build. Basically, these are called intelligent features of anyone. If any living being possesses these things, right, he is an intelligent person. Now, degree of intelligence can vary. Someone can be more, someone can be less, but he is intelligent, right? Agreed, anyone? Any doubt?
I agree.
Yeah.
So living beings possess intelligence, that we know. Correct? Everyone know that every living being possesses some level of intelligence, good or high, I don't care. But everyone has some intelligence. But non-living thing, when we say artificial intelligence, what does that mean? Giving this ability to think, decide, and act to a non-living object. That is called artificial intelligence, right? I'm going in very basic definition because this is the thing. From here, I'll connect with AI agents. Okay. So, for example, this is a human. A human is having three scenarios. He is walking. There is a big pit. There is a small pit. There is an even smaller pit. What will this guy do in the first scenario?
He goes around.
It will go around. In the second, it will go around. In third, does it need to go around or it can simply cross over?
He crossed that. He crossed.
How did he do that?
He estimates the size of the pit and his ability to cross.
So what is happening? He is looking at this from his eyes, possessing some information in his brain, and his brain is connected with his legs. And his brain is ordering his legs either to go straight or take a left or a right. Correct? Same scenario here. Eyes are receptors, brain is the decision maker, and these legs, what are there? They are what? They are actors, basically. Correct? A human has different body organs. Who controls that body organ? That when to use when body organ?
Neurons.
Brain decides that, right?
Yes.
Another example, take cricket. A batsman plays different shots. He plays cover drive, pull shot, anything. How does he decide how he has same hands, same bat, same legs, but he's possessing different shots? How is he doing that?
Based on the angle of the ball, how it has been coming towards.
What happens is his eyes see the length and the line of the ball. Brain possesses that, and brain decide that whether you have to do a scoop, cover drive, whatever, right? So receptors see the information, brain possesses the information, brain decides what to do, and then your body parts basically are the actors here. Clear? Keep this information in mind because I'll totally link this with machines. Okay. Is everyone good with so far? I hope yes.
Yes.
So humans have brain to think and body parts to act, right?
Yeah, right.
Just a second. Humans have brain to think and body parts to act. But what about machines and softwares? Do machines have brain? Do machines have body parts? Do softwares have body parts? We say we create an AI software. The software has any body part? Why do we say that this is an AI software and this is not an AI software?
We train them.
Train on what? Tell me, does software has any body part?
But we give them intelligence through based on the actions, what we want them
How
to
do you
perform.
give intelligence to? Can machines automatically decide things?
Based on our instructions, we give them instructions. This is what the
Machine is following your instruction. Machine is not generating its own instructions so far. Yes or no?
Yes.
So how do we say that this is an AI software, this is an AI framework?
It's an independently learn and think and take actions.
But how does it learn? How does it think? Machine does not have a brain.
We provide.
That is your brain. That is not machine's brain.
Yeah.
Machines so far
we
cannot
kind of give them the large amount of data. Based on that data, it tries to make some intelligence. I mean, train on the top of it.
I'm coming to that.
It can give to through the LLM to take the intelligence from the LLM.
Yeah, I'm coming to that. This particular thing is called artificial intelligence. Now think like a magician. Is there any real thing called magic in the world?
No, it tricks the brain.
No.
Magician tricks you, right?
Yeah.
Magician does not. There is nothing called as magic in this world. Everyone knows this. But every time you go to a magic show, you get surprised. Oh my God, this is good. You pay the money, you clap for it. Why do you that despite knowing that? Whatever a magician shows you, it's a fake thing. But it is done so perfectly that your eyes just cannot are not able to differentiate whether it's really happening or it's actually something set up in the backend, right? They do it so smartly. Just like this, software, AI softwares also work, okay, which we call as agents. AI has two things. The first thing is the brain of any software nowadays is LLM. It could be ChatGPT, it could be Llama model, Mistral, any model you can see. Okay, any software, humans have different body parts. They have a hand, they have nose, they have legs, and a lot of things. What does the software has?
Code.
A software has different codes, correct? So what does LLM do? LLM decide based on a situation which code to run. So in a human, brain is your brain and body parts are your agents, right? If you just compare this to a software, brain becomes your LLM and the body parts of any software becomes codes. Suppose there is a code that does a web scraping and there is a code that does some calculation. Okay, there is a code that does web scraping and there's a code that does calculation. So far what you do, you have been providing information that, okay, first web scrape the information and then calculate it. But now what happens? LLM decides, because you give a scenario to LLM and LLM will decide what thing you need. I'll show you with an example. Okay, so one stand-alone program that you see in any software is called one agent. Agent is nothing, it's just a fancy word given to programming, nothing else. So that people get wow, people do wow things, nothing else. It just earlier the codes which were present in your system, you used to run in a certain order. So those orders were decided by humans. Now that order is decided by whom? Decided by human, by LLM. And that is called an AI software. So AI software is a software whose decisions are taken by LLM, not humans. Clear?
Yes.
I'll show you certain examples, then we'll move to creating applications. So this is what an AI software is. LLM decides things, and it has different codes, programs, might be a Python code, might be a Java code, different things it will have. LLM will decide which code to execute when, and automatically you will see codes running and everything is done. Okay. So now let's see what happens. So for example, let's say I ask ChatGPT a question that I have to travel from New York to Delhi. Okay. List, for example, forget New York, Delhi. Let's say I have to travel from Delhi to Mumbai. Okay. List me the steps. Okay. Now, tell me, can LLM answer this question?
Yes, it has the history.
It can answer this question. Right?
Contextually, it will give all generic answers.
It will give you all the everything for now. Let's see what answer it gives. Okay. So it has given multiple options. That it is given you by flight, you can go this, by train you can do this, by bus taxi it will take you this. It has given you a lot of information. Okay. First, choose a transportation, book tickets. So what it is telling you, choose a transportation, then book tickets, then prepare for departure, and then day of travel, arrival in Mumbai, whatever. It has given you 5 steps. Correct? Now let's come to the PPT. So for example, you ask a question with ChatGPT that I want to do something. ChatGPT or any LLM, it can give you steps to do that, right? So for example, I give it a question, how can I automate sorting data in Excel, for example? So ChatGPT can answer this, right? It can give you steps, open Excel, use the sort feature and save your file, right? Or suppose you ask it, how can I set up a blog for free? It can give you the steps. What is the problem with this?
Still with that steps, I might not be able to do.
The steps are very generic. For example, steps, it does not know your context. What are your constraints? For example, when I was asking it the question of traveling, right? It gave me all the steps, all the answers. What if I give it a constraint that, for example, I want to travel from Delhi to Mumbai. Okay. I have a budget of rupees 400 only. Okay. List me steps. Okay. Only give steps, not description. Okay. Something like, okay, let's see what it gives. So it gives me certain steps based on my condition. Now I can have a lot of constraints, correct? Budget might not be the only constraint. It might be that I don't want to travel through general category. I want to reach in 5 hours. Like based on a lot of conditions that you provide, it will give you certain steps, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
This is what it is about agents. That what will happen, that right now the context was missing. But if you provide it the context that, okay, I have to answer this question, but I have some constraints. These constraints are also called as tools. Okay. So for example, let's say I tell you that you have to, let's say you have to, let's take a very basic example that you have to travel from Delhi to Mumbai. You only have cycle, right? You cannot take anything. Then your entire steps will change, right? Because I have given you a tool which is cycle only. You don't have anything else. If I give you that, okay, you have access to cycle as well, you have to access to a plane as well, then you can decide which tool you want to take. And depending upon that, those steps can be generated. Correct? Now every step that is generated, so LLM is simply helping me in generating the steps. Now for each step, I will write a code to execute in the backend. Okay. So this coding, earlier what was happening? I still had 3 codes, but earlier the flow, who was writing the flow of the code?
We were writing the
We
flow.
were writing. We were saying, okay, run code 1, then code 3, then code 2. Now who is telling the order?
LLM.
LLM is telling, right? Okay. So, yeah, this is all you need to understand the agents. That agents are nothing. It's basically LLM decides that you give a question to LLM and you give it some set of tools that, for example, let's imagine this scenario. Okay, let's say I ask LLM a question that what is the live temperature in Delhi right now. Okay, just 5 more minutes, guys. After that, we will move to the execution part. Okay, let's say I ask a question to LLM that what is the temperature in Delhi right now. Okay, will it be able to answer LLM right now without any external? Let's say it does not have any external information with itself.
No.
No.
It will not be able to answer, correct? But I give it an option. I give it 2 additional tools. I'll say you have a website which gives you weather information. Okay, and you have also access to a calculator. Will it be able to answer now?
Whether information there, it will answer.
It has 2 tools, right? I ask it a question, what is temperature in Delhi? Live, let's say live temperature in Delhi.
Yeah, it will give the answer. It will give the answer.
I'll give it a question. LLM will decide that, okay, this is the user question, and it will see that I have 2 tools. So think like this. How would you think that, for example, let's say this is the question, live temperature. Okay. And LLM, see, I will have 2 tools. One is a weather tool, what it does. So there is, every tool has a description. That weather tool, basically what it does, it gives live temperature. Okay. And what does calculator tool do? It does calculation. Okay. Now LLM see that this is the question that I need to answer. I have access to these tools. I can use any of these. Which one will it use?
First one.
It will use the first one. Run. How it is going to run, that is separate. It will run this one, get the answer and give to the user. Correct? For example, when I ask ChatGPT a question, now see how it is, how does it happen? What is the live temperature in Delhi? Okay. See, it will show searching the web. What would have happened in the backend?
It connect to some tool.
LLM will have a tool. Earlier, if you remember ChatGPT 1 year ago, it was not there. This feature was not there. LLM has access to a weather tool, and it analyzes the user question and sees which tool can I invoke. And it invokes that tool and gets the answer and give to the user. So here it had an access to search web. Getting my point? Searching the web, and it gives you the answer. But let us say I ask it the question, what is my company revenue in 2019? I need a bit more context because it does not have a tool which can answer my company's question. Getting my, Do you get this, guys?
Yeah.
So basically what is an agentic software is that an LLM will be there. Okay. What will happen in an agentic software, that an LLM will be there. Okay. It will have access to different tools. Tool 1, tool 2, tool 3, and so on. Now, whenever a user asks any question, it analyzes the question and it reads the tool's description. So now think like this. LLM is what? LLM is a text model. So you describe that, what does this tool do? What does this tool do? What does this tool do? Okay. So for example, let's say I ask it a question. What is the revenue of my company in 2019? I have access to 2 tools. Tool 1, revenue tool. Okay. Tool 2, temperature tool. Okay. Answer me. Okay. What do you think? What will be the reply of LLM?
I think it is private data.
No.
No.
I've given it access.
Okay.
I told him a revenue tool. You give a description. This tool is used to get my company information, right? And you will say this tool is used to get temperature.
It will use tool 1.
Revenue tool.
It will use revenue tool. Now remember this very important thing. Let's run it. Let's see what it says. Since you have access to these 2 tools, use tool 1, revenue tool, to fetch your company's financials. So what happens, that we give LLM lot of tools and we write correct description for each tool, and LLM will tell which tool to execute when. Okay. And you have to write a code to execute that code, execute that tool, give the result to LLM. Remember, LLM will not run any tool. It will just tell you which tool to run. You will write a code to run that particular tool, give the result to LLM, and LLM will answer. That is what agentic AI is. That these are called agents. Okay. And this is a decision maker. A question comes just like a human. Humans have hands, humans have legs, right? For example, let's say you're walking somewhere and you see that let's say you're walking somewhere, you see that suddenly a truck came. A truck is coming. Let's say a truck is coming. Will you move faster or will you just sit down there? Let's say a truck is coming, you're walking in front of you. Will you
move faster.
Will you move from there?
We'll move away from there.
You'll move away. You have 2 tools. One is your legs, one is your hips, right? So your hips basically will be used to sit there and your legs will be used to walk away from there. Which tool will you use? You will use your legs there. Similarly, you give multiple. These tools are nothing but just codes which you create. Okay. LLM decide which code to run and at what time to run, and it will give you the result. This is what all agentic AI is. Okay. This is the explanation. Again, I cannot go in much detail.
So here, can we consider tool as a, suppose, okay, so you read it from the Google Drive. Tool 1 is the Google Drive, like that?
Yes. Okay. So I will not go in much detail now. Separately, I will cover it some other time. That how tool calling exactly works code by code, right? because I have to cover N8N as well. But this is how the two things, RAG and agents, are there. Okay, and we'll be using same concept in creating the workflow. So what is RAG? RAG is basically you give it a context, it will chunk it, embed it, and put in a vector database. When a user question comes, it will convert to question embedding, retrieve the top chunks, pass to LLM, and get the answer. This is RAG. And what is agent? Agent is a software basically which has different tools. Okay, and it, depending upon the question, it will invoke which tool to use. So for example, let's say agent has a tool, RAG tool. Okay, it has a tool, web search tool, and it has a tool, calculator tool. Now in our example, what we are going to build, suppose I ask this question: what is the revenue in 2019? Which tool it will call? RAG tool, web search tool, or calculator tool?
Web search. If it is native, then it will go with
is
RAG.
Coming from this information, I'm talking about my document.
Then RAG tool only.
Web search. Will my information be present in web? My private company information?
No.
Will my private company information be present in calculator?
No.
So which tool it will call? RAG. And suppose I ask it the question, what is the live temperature right now in Delhi? Which tool it will call?
Web search.
It will call web search tool. So depending upon my question, it will invoke the right tool and give me the answer. Suppose I ask what is 1 + 1, what it will do?
Calculator will use.
Right? So what will so this is the flow that we are going to create. We'll create an agent LLM, and it will have different tools which we will create. Based on the question, it will decide which tool to run, and it will get me answer from there.
So one quick question on this. So human intelligence wise, the way we could answer, how is software going to do that, or AI system is going to do that? Are we going to feed that all of those flows, conditional cases, or is it going to figure it out by itself?
We are going to write down a description. Okay. Can we think a simple API? Yeah, a simple API is also an agent. So we are going to remember, for every tool, writing the description is very important. If you write this as RAG tool, but you write down that this tool is used to calculate things, will it call this tool when it has to search a document? For example, here, what is the revenue of my company? I have access to two tools. I say tool 1, revenue tool, and I give a description, something else. Tool 1, revenue tool, this tool is used to get current temperature. Tool 2, temperature, this tool is used to get revenue.
So I have a question here. So as someone said that APIs are agents, so can I say that all APIs are agent, but they are not exhaustive list? For example, like even the looking for something from a folder, they could be an agent, right?
Everything. Even let me tell you this. Okay. You write down even a small function like this.
That could also be
Def add a comma b, return a plus b. This is also an agent.
Yeah, get it.
Agent is anything that does some work. Okay.
And as you said that if the description we mention, and for that respective, suppose API 1, API 2, we describe that in such a way.
Describe that API 1 does this, API 2. Now see this thing. I put revenue tool, but it gives current temperature. And I say temperature tool, it gives company revenue. Which tool is it calling now?
Yeah, get it.
Because it is calling the temp. Why? I have given incorrect description. So now it is calling incorrect tool. So everything depends how good description you write about that tool.
Yes.
So there is no magic. There is no magic here. It's simply you create an LLM, you give it access to different tools, and for each tool you write down a description. Just think like that. In general, in your life, you use a lot of items. You know that a table is used when you have to put laptop in that. You use a mic when you have to speak something, right? You don't use mic, for example, to write something. Why? Because you know that what it is used for. Okay. So yeah.
And for this, so understand, so how good I'm writing the description, so that defines how well that operation will have happen.
Exactly.
But then the better I write the description, the better embed would happen. Can I say that?
Embedding has nothing to do with this. This is just text to text reading. We are not creating any embedding here. Of course, in the backend, it will be converting into tokens to understand all those things. But you simply write down good description, better, as you mentioned. The way LLM reads the data is through embeddings only technically. But the better words you write, the better way it reads. If you write a poor description, it might not use that tool, even if that tool is the right thing. But everything depends how good description you have written.
I think it will take one more session for prompt engineering.
Yeah, but
that is a separate part for prompt engineering. I'm not going there right now, but I just want to explain what is agents, right? Now let's do one thing. Let's take a 10-15 minute break. Okay. Let's take a 15-minute break. Let's come back. Then I will show you all this setup in n8n. Okay. You guys don't need to stress anything. I'll simply show you how things are done. Okay. There is no coding, but just simply through this session, understand what is an agent, how does it work, and what is RAG. Okay. So let's do 15-minute break. Those who have question, you can ask. Otherwise, we will resume at what is the time in India right now? 12:40, right?
Yeah.
We'll resume at 12:55. Okay.
Can we just take 10 minutes break and come back?
That's what I said. It's a 15 minutes break.
I was thinking 10 minutes. Can we start at 12:50?
No, let's do 15 minutes because I need at least 30 minutes more after that.
That's fine. Yeah.
I think we should give him some rest.
Have some, eat something, bring something, right? Please come back after that. Yeah, please, if anyone has any question, please feel free to ask.
See, I have one question. So how can we see this is I saw from WhatsApp group. Okay, suppose if I want to listen your next sessions, how can we go that?
Yeah.
No, we got this invitation from WhatsApp group. Okay, I don't know how you can directly see your past.
You could have got a message from someone, right?
Yes.
Just DM him.
Forward in the group. Okay, so that I joined it today. We don't know earlier this one.
If you're added to data science group, that's very good. You will get all information there. Otherwise, simply message that number. It's my number only. Actually, I forwarded that. So text me there. Okay, I will add you to the groups, and you will.
Can you ping your number here? Actually, don't
okay, I will just drop my WhatsApp number here.
Please.
Yeah. Your good name?
My name is Satvik.
Okay.
So this is my WhatsApp number. You can ping me there. I'll add you to the groups. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Let me tell you, in all honesty, this is by far the best session what I have gone through. I've gone through a couple of more, but this is by far very simple and very explanatory. So very lucid. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
So where can we see your previous sessions if you want to go?
It is present on YouTube. If you come here, right?
Okay,
you see this live section, right? I keep on conducting sessions. So Python problem, SQL. There's a project on NL SQL, RAG, agents. I've done earlier as well, and I did a session on. I did an 8-hour live session once on Gen. It was totally in Hindi, and like I did in night only. I did on Docker, then 𝗖𝗴𝗲 as well. Then I keep on putting videos as well. Now this is some course Gen AI going on already, but it's almost 50-60% done. You don't need to join that. But yeah, you can see a lot of videos here. I have a lot of
join that one if you want to.
That course is about to finish, so you don't. Maybe when I launch in future, you can think that. But yeah, and there's a lot of playlists here. You will find a lot of things on YouTube. There are more than 300 videos, so you can check that. But I keep organizing. I'll put this video as well on YouTube. So I conducted an n8n RAG chatbot class last week. You can watch that from here. And okay, so it's up to you.
Thank you.
My name is Satvik. Yes. Yeah. So this is, again, as I told, I could not go in more detail that how these chunkings and toolings are working, right? So if you see on YouTube, there's a video I've created. What is tool calling? This one. What is tool calling AI? Watch this video. It will tell you how those external tools are. It's just a 10-minute video. Okay. See this video. You'll get to know how that when I'm mentioning that a question comes, LLM analyzes that. How does it call an external tool? How does that tool run and give you the answer? Right. So watch this particular thing. You'll get to know how it's exactly done. Okay. I cannot cover everything because my idea was to cover N8N, not this in detail. But yeah, I hope you guys understood at least some idea about RAG and agents, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone has any question, please feel free to ask. We'll start in 11 minutes from now. Okay.
Saville, this is Richard. I think it's very nice. I think it's great. I think it's a simple explanation. Give us a good understanding. So my question here is that this example, can we use RAG? Because I'm from I'm more on the ERP.
I will be using RAGs. For example, let's say this example which I'm going to show you right now. Okay.
Okay.
If you see what I'll be doing here, I'll be storing in a RAG, and I will create two tools. If you see, this is my AI agent. One tool is web search and one tool is RAG. Okay. Based on my question, it will decide whether to go to. So for example, let me show you. So this RAG is to answer the document, and this is to answer your any internet related information. So suppose I ask it that a question, provide me a summary of problem statement in this. So for example, what I do, let me provide me a summary. So if you see what it is, it is reading from memory. Okay. Yeah, because it is reading from memory, let me do one thing. Deactivate the memory. And I say, what is the revenue? What was the question? I think. For a total number of shares purchased. Okay. Let's say this is the question. Now it has two tools. It has HTTP request and it has vector database. From which you think it will be able to answer? This question is based on PDF.
Vector database. Vector database.
Right. Let's see what happens when I run this. So it runs vector database, right? You saw green here. But let us say I ask it a question now that what is tell me top 5 news of today, for example. For this, it will call vector database or internet.
HTTP request.
Internet.
So clearly focus which one will get highlighted. Okay. So it answered from the memory only. Okay. So what I have to do, let me do one thing. Tell me latest news from today. You see, it made an HTTP call, right? So depending upon your question, the agent will decide whether to call this tool or call this tool. Okay. Now, similarly, you would have heard about thing multi-agent AI, right? What is that? The number of tools that you define, it becomes a multi-agent AI, correct? If you have only one tool, that's a single agent. If you have multiple tools, multiple agent, right?
So Satvik here, you had two tools, right? Like, HTTP for web request as well as like, the vector database.
Yes.
So even this is
it's a multi-agent framework.
Multi-agent only, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes. Now again, all this I have covered in depth with coding as well, but this session is not about coding. This is about creating drag and we'll not do a single piece of coding today, simply drag and drop. But thing is that once you build a flow like this, you will understand how things work. Then Does not matter, because everyone is not going to be a developer, right? But if you need to understand how you will be talking to developer teams, you'll be talking, maybe you'll become product developers, right? Product managers. You will need to know how things work so that no one basically fools you, right? So
yeah, that was my question actually. Sorry, my question was that what are the different type of roles who can be content with this level of info and then still live their life and without fearing about AI?
sorry, can you repeat the question?
I'm saying, what are the type of roles, job roles that who can know this much and then they can live their life without fearing about AI taking their job?
Only business owners, no one else.
Okay. And business owners also need to know AI now so much.
Yeah, see, this is a very debatable question, to be honest. There's nothing like that. What I feel is that as long as I mean, see, there's no minimum level of knowledge you need to know and all those things, because every role demands different things. For example, if you're a product manager, right? I'm sharing examples from my life, what I've seen with my friends and colleagues. A lot of people do not know anything about AI, but they have they're very good people skills, they're very good communication skills and manipulation and all those things. So they succeed there, right? A lot of people are good there, but if you're a developer, you need to know everything. If you're a product manager, you just need to know which things are there, so that you can basically now think like this. In a company, not every team is working on AI, right? If a team is working on development product, that might be working on AI. But if a team is working on some analysis, let's say a credit risk team or maybe a marketing team, right? They might not be fully working on AI. They might be using AI tools. So there is no single answer for that. No job is like that. Okay, learn this much and you will be good. There's nothing like that. I would say AI is just a part. It is in every field little bit. Some people need to know development. Some people need to know how to use AI tool to basically enhance your work. Okay, so you need to see which type of role you are in. Are you a consumer of an AI or you are a developer of an AI? I am an engineer, so I'm a developer of an AI. I cannot, I mean, I don't need to know which all AI tools are there and I consume them. But if a product team, let's say if a team is there which who does not is not a marketing team is not a development team, right? They just need to get the latest AI tool which they can leverage to improve their marketing campaigns. Okay, so try to analyze your role and decide whether you want to be in the development side or you want to be in the consumption side. That's what I will recommend.
Survey, one question. Let's say I want to be I come from background, I don't have any coding. Let's say I want to be in the development area. Maybe what can you recommend in this case?
See, if you want to become a developer,
I mean AI developer, yes.
See, AI developer is nothing. Main thing is coding. If you know coding, there's nothing. AI developer is nothing. The main thing is you need to be very strong in coding, Python coding. Okay. If you are not there, you cannot become an AI developer. Okay. You can become a product manager. You can become an AI architect, no doubt. But you cannot be a developer. To become an AI developer, you need to have very strong Python coding skills. That is the thing. You might fall short on AI knowledge. Okay, that is totally fine. But you cannot fall short on coding.
Okay.
So a lot of people I know, they have very good knowledge of AI, but they're not good in coding. So they're not able to crack developer roles. But I recommend go for architect roles, product manager roles, because there you can leverage of your knowledge of AI and you can do well there, right? So totally see, if you like coding, okay, then only come into development field. If you do not like coding, do not come there. It's better to target senior roles there. That's what I will recommend.
Okay. Because I'm from IT background, but I'm more on the functional. I'm doing more on the Oracle ERP application apps implementations. So I know the business process, all these things. This is my expertise. So that's why I'm looking into how can I leverage on into the AI to build some apps, to the apps, AI apps.
You don't build the apps, right? You try to be a business analyst, product manager, right? And you get
Mm.
there, you see that, okay, these all AI features are there in the market. These all technologies are coming. And I can build you can design a product. Don't try to code things on your own. If you're not a coder, you cannot become a coder in 2-3 months. Let's be very honest.
Yes,
But
I agree.
what you can become, you can gain all the knowledge of AI and become a very good product manager, product designer, that, okay, I can design great AI products, right? So target those type of roles, I would say.
Okay, you're saying that building the apps, the design architecture, and then maybe get some AI developer to code it, is it?
Exactly. You don't need to become an AI developer then. Okay.
Oh, okay,
Where I'm
okay.
working, I'm working in a team of 9 people. We have 3 developers only, and 6 people
Oh.
are product managers or architects, right?
Okay,
So,
okay.
you don't need to because see, leverage what you have done till now. Just because a new technology is coming, that does not mean you will totally forget whatever you have worked so far in your career, right? So leverage all that experience, gain a little bit of AI, and try to go in a field which will take your experience of both, right? You don't want to become a developer and work as a junior.
Yeah, yeah, correct. Yes.
I'm a coder, right? So for me, it's easy to become a developer the role. But if I go for a product manager role, someone else might be a better fit than me, right? So that's how you have to take it. Just because everyone says AI engineer, don't become an AI engineer unless you are actually good in coding. That's what I will recommend.
Okay, maybe I have one question here, because I actually usually my say I'm looking into another perspective, is they say, like, how can we use this RAG, right? Can it be implemented using, let's say, into the SQL database? That means the Oracle database.
It can be done.
Something like I just want using an NAN, or maybe say I want to develop this report, have this kind, and then this LLM will instruct, will actually you will get the tools will go and extract the report based on what kind of information need to be extracted, and then
you can do that. Watch this video if you can. Generate. So basically, this is how you can chat with your SQL database.
Yes, this is what I'm trying to achieve. Yes,
this is a project I have done. It's on YouTube only. It's a basic one, not very advanced one.
Okay.
But for beginner, it's good. Understand how it's done, and you can increase its level, and then you can generate reports inside company. I'll show you. I have a project where you simply type down natural language. It will generate charts, analysis, everything for you.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, guys, let's for example, let's start with this is 12:55 already, right? We can start, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just checking if everyone is back.
Yeah.
Can you guys just give a thumbs up if I can start again the session?
Sure.
So 39 people are left. It's fine. No, I don't expect everyone to stay for 2-3 hours. That's totally fine. You can watch later. So
I can suggest, if you are in a Databricks, there is something called 𝗔𝗎, so which is doing the same thing as a SQL query
there is also, if you have seen, there's a REN AI. Okay, this is also a tool where you can chat with your database by simply typing.
Oh, Gen BI Enterprise. Okay. Is this open source or had to pay one?
It's a paid, I think. Check the pricing. It's $49 per month, but you can build it yourself as well. Okay. So there are a lot of tools right now in the market. You can check that if you want to just use. If you want to build in-house, check this video. Okay.
Okay. Maybe I'll think build in-house. They're better. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, let's start with n8n. Okay. So far, I think you guys understood what is AI agent, what is RAG. I hope everyone is clear with this. Okay. Now what we are going to do, we are going to build all this in my n8n. Okay. So first of all, what will I do? I will log into n8n. Just a second. n8n. Okay. I'll walk you through all the steps from creating an account, setting up it, everything I'll be walking you through. Okay. Your objective, see, a few things I will do little quick. because I have to cover the session on time. So don't get lost, but just try to understand the concept, what I'm trying to do. Our overall project is this, what we are building, that will create an LLM, will create two tools. Basically, I'll create two tools only. Okay. And based on the question, it will pick answer from the right tool. After that, it will generate an email, send an email, put it to Slack. Okay. This is what we are going to build today. So first of all, open N8N. Now, this is the website, N8N, so flexible AI workflow automation. Okay. So the difference between a workflow and an AI agent, what can you now tell me, what is the difference between an workflow, AI workflow, and an AI agent workflow? What could be the difference?
I think workflow is a series of activities that is programmed, but the agent has access to more than one workflow.
Exactly.
Okay. Agent, you have the agent using LLM intelligence to do the work, while the workflow is just like normal, like make.com, you also workflow, but there's no agent behind.
Yeah.
So in a workflow, what you will do, you'll create a series of steps. You'll say, okay, this is step S1, this is S2, and this is S3. Okay, this is called a workflow, where you have defined the steps, and it will exactly follow that particular path. But what will happen in agentic workflow, that you will have a step S1. Okay, after S1 there will be an LLM which will define whether to go to S2, then S3, okay, or you have to go to S4 and then S3, something like this. Right? So what is happening, either it will take this step or this step, and this will be decided by LLM. Here you are simply following whatever it is done, whatever has been done. Correct? So workflow is just a static flow. Agentic is a dynamic flow. You can say that, say like that. Okay. So I'm coming to N8N. So it is used to build AI automation workflow. You can create regular so you can create regular flows as well. You can create agentic workflows as well. What we are going to build today is an agentic workflow. In the last session on the YouTube, which is present, you can see from here, we built a simple workflow. Okay, where we built a RAG chatbot. Now in this session, we are going to enhance that. We are going to build an agentic flow. Now this is a paid platform. If you see, it's $20 per month. Okay, but you get 14-day free trial. So I'm going to leverage that particular thing. So you can simply get started from here, and you can set it up. So for example, okay, so I'll simply sorry, I forgot. I have to create. I created a new email ID actually. Let me check. I forgot. It's yeah.
Savik, one question. What is the what's your recommendations to use, let's say, the paid versions or install in your local PC or maybe local server?
If you want to test, you can basically see N8N, if you know Docker and all that, right? You can put on your local as well. You won't need to pay anything, but that is just for testing.
Oh, but testing, can I go? Let's say I want to do it productions. Scale it. I use my own server.
Yeah, that is fine. If you can use your own server, that's fine. It will be free.
Oh, okay. But only the risk is that only that when there's a new version upgrade, then there's a potential risk there, right? I mean, let's say things might not work.
Okay, no problem. So I've created this account simply like this. You'll create a start a 14-day free trial. Okay, and let's see. It will ask some questions. We'll just answer them. Okay, and I can skip this. So it will set up N8N. It will set up the account. Let's see. Okay, so it is created. Now I click on start automating, and my workspace is now online. So this is the view of n8n. Okay, I generally like to work in the dark mode, so I will change it from here. Okay, it's okay. Okay, so this is the workflow that we are having. Now this is the user interface. Now it is, remember, it is valid for 14 days. It's fine. So you will see overview, personal, and all lot of things. To create your first workflow, you will come here and click on this create workflow. Okay, and you will get something like this. Okay, now here it is that you can name it from here. You can say my AI agent. Okay, you can name the project here, and if you see, these are different. We don't need all these things right now. This is the place where you will create your project, and once you click on this, you can add a lot of things, which I will show you continuously. Okay, so first let's try to discuss the architecture of the project. What we have to build. We have to build that. First of all, that I have to build this particular flow where I want that I will connect my Google Drive, and whenever I'm uploading a file to that, it will take that upload in a vector database and give me the result. Correct? Good, everyone. Is it fine?
Yeah.
Right. So the first thing that we have to, the first flow that we have to build, that I have to connect my Google Drive, and the moment I upload any file to that folder, it should be able to read that, take that PDF, and put in my vector database. This is my steps. Okay, so let's do one thing. I'll simply create flow here. What I'm going to do, connect Google Drive. After that, what you have to do, read a folder. Okay, after reading the folder, push file to a vector DB. Okay, this is what we need to do. I'll increase the font. Okay. So for vector DB, I'm going to use Postgres. As I mentioned, it will be present in the thing called as Supabase. Okay, Supabase is a platform which is used to provide the online version of Postgres. It's very widely used. Okay, and we will be using this particular tool where we'll be storing information. So first of all, let's come here. I have to first set up a Google Drive. So what will we do? I'll click here, and I'll come here, click Google Drive. You see this Google Drive option, right? When you click on this, you'll see two options. One is trigger and one is action. What do you think we want to do right now? We want to set a trigger or we want to set an action?
Trigger.
We want to set a trigger that whenever a file is uploaded to this particular folder, it should read it, right? So I'll click on this on changes involving a specific folder, and you will see something like this in an interface like this. Now here you need to connect your Google account. Okay, so what I will do, select create a new credential. Okay, and you need to connect with your Google Drive basically. So how I'm going to do that, I will open this Google Cloud. Okay, so Google Cloud I will open, and in Google Cloud you will go to this console, and okay, so this is the console in the Google Drive that you see right now. I have 300 credits free of all. You will have 300 credits freely available, so you can test it out various things. So I need to first of all connect my Google Drive to this particular application here, correct? So what will I do? That I'll click on this OAuth recommended, okay, and I have to provide it some client ID and client secret to connect. So how to get them? Please see this very thoroughly. That first of all, I'll go here, I'll create a new project. Okay, I'll say my AI agent. Okay, and organization you will leave it as is, everything you will leave. Okay, I'm creating a new project. Once you click on this, a new project will getting created, and it got created. So I'll click on this, my AI agent. Okay, and once you are inside this particular project, you'll click on this, you'll see an option of APIs and services, and you will go here, enable API and services, and here you will search for Google Drive, and you'll see Google Drive API. So come here, and you have to click enable. First of all, it is free of cost, don't worry. So you'll also you have 300 free credits, so it will not cost you any money. So now you have enabled the connectivity to your Google Drive. So then what you have to do, you will see an OAuth consent screen. And guys, please exactly follow these steps. I know you might not be able to do right now with me, but whenever you watch this video later on, exactly follow what I'm saying, because there are a lot of options, you will get confused. Okay, so first enable API, then you'll come to this OAuth consent screen. Here, when you come this, you have to set up an OAuth, right? You see this OAuth. Basically, you have to set up an authentication. So you'll get started, and you will give your application a name, my AI agent. Okay, and email you can give whatever it is. Next, you can select external here. So this is my email address. Okay, next, finish, continue, create. So this is how you just created your client. Now what you have to do, you have to go to audience. In audience, you have to come down, you have to add a test user, and you have to give your email ID, admin ai.co.in, and you click on save. And it will be done. Okay, you added one user. Basically, I have given access to my email ID. Now I will come here and I will create the client, which ID I will put. So I'll come create client. Web application is a web application. What I'm building, I will call it AI agent. Okay. It asks authorize redirect URIs. This you can get from here. Or redirect URI. So you can simply copy it, paste here. Okay. And then you can click on create. So you will be given a client secret and a client ID. And this is something you need to store. So copy this client ID, come here, paste in this client ID, and client secret you will get from here, copy it, and you will paste here. These are the standard steps. Those who are doing for the first time, it might look daunting. Don't worry. Okay. Yeah, please.
In audience, we will select internal or external. Internal is not getting selected only.
So you have to select external. If it is not getting, it's good, but just select external.
Okay.
And once you give all this, it will give an option to sign into Google. So it will take me to authentication. I will select the email ID that I have here. Okay. And I will give it access, and it will show connection successful. So it is now connected with my Google Drive. So you'll see account connected. So this is the first step where you connect your Google Drive with your particular folder. Now I'll go to my Google Drive here. And what I will do, I'll open this here, and I will create a new folder. Let's say my AI agent NA10. Okay. And I created this particular folder, and I will try to now upload file in this. Let's upload one file. So file upload, I will upload this Nike one. Okay, so it will get uploaded. Now this particular folder is uploaded. So what I have to do, I have to set a trigger on this particular folder, my AI agent A10, right? This one. Whenever a file is added to this particular folder, it should read it, chunk it, and embed in a database. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Don't worry if you miss some steps, don't worry, you can watch that later, but just understand the concepts, right? Right now we are setting up our data ingestion pipeline, where we are setting up a folder, and whenever a new file is uploaded, I will check it. So this is done. Now you'll see your account is connected. You'll see every minute. So it will keep on checking every minute. You can change it as well. Then trigger on one. You will have an option to a specific file or a specific folder. I want to check a specific folder. Okay, you can set on certain file as well. It's up to you. Then you'll see from a list. Now it will give me the list of all the folders which are there in my drive. See, now it is connected. And this is the folder, my AI agent N8N, which I created. Okay, and I have to watch for what? Now there are certain triggers: file created, file updated, folder created. Which one should I choose from here?
Suppose if I want to read a log file and okay, so I want to enable the trigger on the log file. So
File does not matter, log file or whatever file.
File created.
The content from
File created.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now remember, this is a workflow that we'll be creating. There'll be some things towards the left of it, some things towards the right of it, right? For example, let's say, look at this. There is few things before left of it, some right of it. So in the N8N workflow, this UI, the left part will show you the input that is coming from the left, and right part will show you the output that will go out from this particular node. Okay. Now I have set up everything. Okay. I want to test the connection. So what will I do? I'll click fetch test event. So it will read it. Now you see it has read from my particular folder, and let's try to read it. It will, let's see which file it has read. It has read a file. If I come here, 𝗏𝗏29.pdf. You see this? So this file which was present in this folder, it has read it now.
Satvik, does it matter like in watch for, we have selected file created. If we select something else like file uploaded, so would that make a difference?
No, yeah, so it will only trigger when a file is uploaded, right? You can, if you change a certain file and you just update it on the Google Drive, then it will not trigger.
Okay. Okay.
So think like there are two options. I can update this file here by changing something and updating online, or I can upload a new thing. So it will only trigger when I upload a new thing, not when I have just basically edited this particular file.
Okay, and file created will also include the file that are newly uploaded.
Yes, file created, any new thing that is created in this particular folder.
Okay. Okay.
So this is done, right? So we see that this node is working. You will see a green tick that this particular thing is working, correct? Now it has only taken the, so let's see what is the output. Output is not a file here. It is just the file descriptions. So what I have to do now, I have to download this file. Whatever I have connected, I have to download in my N8N environment and put it in a vector database. Okay. So what will I do now? I will go to Google Drive again, and I will see an option of download a file. Do you see this? So whatever file we connected, now we will download it in the work environment of N8N. Okay. Now this file connection will remain same, resource file, it remains same. We have to download. There are a lot of options. There's delete and like multiple options. I just have to do download. Now you have not think like this. Try to we are automating something. What do we want to do? We want that whenever a new file is uploaded, it should automatically read it and download it. So shall I give a particular file name? You see, or so do I need to give a static file name here, or I need to give something dynamic?
It's always dynamic.
We need to give something dynamic, right? So I will not provide from a list of files, because list is giving me all static names. There will be an option by ID. Okay, so every time now this is giving me a file ID. Every time it reads a file from Google Drive, a new ID is created. So I want to pass that ID dynamically. I don't want to pass a static ID here. So if you come, this is all the information that is coming out of the Google trigger. If I come down here, I will see an option. Let me show you. Spaces. Yeah, this ID. You see, this is the ID of the file that is coming. Okay, there are two things here. One is a variable and one is the value. Which one you think I should put here? Variable or the value? Here.
Value.
Value.
If I put the value,
because an ID.
if I put the variable, if I put the value, what will happen?
It will take the same file every time.
Yeah, this ID is linked to this file.
Yes.
If I upload a new file, it will still download the same file only, not the new file.
Okay.
So what I have to do, I have to pass this variable. Okay, so instead of passing this value directly, I have to pass statically. I'll select this variable ID and I will drag it here. Now it will, now see, it is not passing the value statically. It is passing JSON.id. What does it mean? It means that it is passing the whatever ID passing, and this is the result right now. When a new file will come, this value will be different.
Mm.
You get this point?
Yes.
Anyone, any doubt? So I'm done with this. Okay, that's all I needed to do. If I execute this step, it will read the file and you will see the output here. Let's see. Do you see this file has come, Nike 29? If I click on download, I'll be able to download it in my system. Right? So what have I set up? I have set up a dynamic source that it is not synced with this ID only. Whenever a new file will come, it will automatically read from the variable and it will download it. Okay. So this part is also done. Anyone, any doubt in conceptually? Tell me. Okay. Now we have to move this file to where? Our vector store, Supabase.
Vector store.
Okay. So first of all, I will click on this Supabase. So there is Supabase and Supabase vector store. I have to move to a vector store. And there are multiple options. Which one should I select? Tell me.
I think add document to vector store.
Add document in vector store.
The second option.
Second one. Right now, the second one. Okay. So I'll click on this. Now I have to set up authentication and all those things. So what will I do? I'll go to Supabase. I'll go Supabase. Okay. This is Supabase. I'll first of all log out from my current ID. Or you can sign in. It's very simple. It's same thing only. So, so sign up now. I'll give it an example. Email ID. What was the email ID? Yeah. So this is the email ID. Okay. And I will sign up. And it has sent me an email for confirmation. Let's see. Okay, so Supabase will send me an email for confirmation. I click on this. I'm done with it. So see, this I'm inside my database now. So now what I have to do, I have to set up a new organization in this my ID. I click on this. I'll give my organization name. Okay. And personal, and I'll select the free one. Don't select any paid one. Okay. We are just doing for a demo. So create organization. It will take some time to set up an organization. I think it takes roughly 30 seconds. Do I need to zoom in or it is visible, guys?
So yeah, it is visible.
This much is good?
Yeah.
Okay. So it takes some time to create this. So what will I do basically? Now I'll have to set up my authentication with Supabase. So if I come here to create a new credential, so
what is Supabase? Sorry, Satvik.
Supabase is a platform to connect your basically Postgres, I would say.
Okay.
So because you can set up Postgres locally, you can set up on cloud. To set up on cloud,
Is it an action native to N8 or is it?
No, it's in general. Supabase, it has nothing. N8N is just a platform that is integrating all these things. Supabase has nothing to do with N8N. You can use for different use cases as well.
It's not just Postgres. Any other database also we can connect with Supabase. Is it?
Yeah. More, but it's mainly for Postgres because Postgres has most recent connectivities, right? That's why. But there are a lot of options there. Okay. Project name, I'll give my AI agent, and I'll give it a password. This password you will need to remember because it will be used, and I'll create a new project. Okay. So let's do one. Okay, I'll come here and so this is created now, right? Now if you see, this is my project that is created in Supabase. Now what I need to do, I need to set up some connection, my host and my service role secret. So how to get there is you will come, click on this project settings, and here you will see this data API, and here you will see a project URL. Okay, you need to copy this and you need to paste in the host, and then you need a service role secret. So how can you get service role secret? You go to this API keys and you will see this service role secret. You will reveal it, copy it, and you will paste it. Once you've copied all these things, you click on save. It will test the connection. Green means connection tested successfully. Yeah. Your thing is successful. Clear? Okay. Now we have set up the connection. Now next is, what do I need to do from all this? Tell me. There are a lot of options here. Which one should I choose?
The retrieve documents.
Retrieve documents of vector database.
Why retrieve? I have not even. What are we doing right now?
Insert document.
Insert document.
We are right now setting up ingestion pipeline. We don't have to retrieve. Retrieval part is not there. Where are we right now in this perspective? We are at this
ingestion pipeline.
So we have to ingest my document. Retrieval will come later. So I have to insert my document. Okay. Then it will ask from which. Now, right now, this list will be empty because there is no table present. So I need to go and create a vector table, and I need to create a table in my database. So don't worry, even if you don't know SQL, you have to simply follow what I'm saying. Click on this docs. Okay. It will take you to this page, Supabase vector store node in N8N, and you will come here. You'll see quick start for setting up your vector store. Okay, and it will give you this particular code here. You simply need to copy this code, go to your Supabase. Here you'll see SQL editor. Okay, in SQL editor, just paste this code it will create a table document, okay, and run it. So now you run it, and you will come here, table editor. You'll see a table named as document is created. It has ID, content, metadata, and embedding. 4 to 5 variables are there. Okay. So this is how you will create your first embedding. Every embedding that we are going to do, it is getting to come and store here only. Okay. So now I'll come back to NA10. Now let's refresh this. If I click on this, it will show me the files. I have to select documents because that is the table that I created. Okay. Rest you will leave as it. Okay. Now, so you have set up a table where you will store your. Guys, please mute if you are not speaking. Now this is the where you have stored your things. Now what you need to do is remember this particular diagram. We need to chunk it and we need to embed. Embed, what do I need? To create embeddings from chunks, what do I need?
You need an LLM.
I need an embedding model. Okay.
Right.
So what will I do? I'll set up an embedding model here. Click on this. Now you will have a lot of options of embeddings. So I'm using embedding from OpenAI. Okay. And now you have to set up your connection with OpenAI. Now thing is that you get some free credits as well, but they have some restriction. You cannot use in every scenario. So I am going to fetch an API key right now, which I'm going to set up here. So what I will do, I'll go to this website, openai.com, and log in API platform. Okay. And this is my ID. And from here, I'll go to my profile and user API keys. So from here, I can generate a new API key. And remember, you need to have some balance in your account. So I have very less balance. Okay. 0.44. So let me do one thing. Instead of this, I will use, there was another model. Let's do one thing. Ollama.
Can you use open source Hugging Face models?
Yeah, you can use those as well. It's up to you. Okay. Okay, let's do from OpenAI only. Sorry. Create a new credential and you need to provide your API keys. So what I will do right now is, give me a second, let me stop sharing my screen. I will add some balance here. Okay. So that we can, because we'll need to work on the project. So just give me a second. I'm stopping my screen. Okay. Now I will share my screen with you guys. Okay. Is it visible? Is my screen visible?
Yes. Yes.
I added $10 to my account, right? Make sure you need to have some money. $5 is also fine. You don't need to add 10, but because I do a lot of uses, that's why I'm doing. But you come to API keys now, and you can see I have created so many API keys. Okay, you can create as many as you want. So select an API key. You have to give it a name. I'll call it my AI agent. Okay, and you can call it default project and create secret API key. Okay, don't share this API key with anyone. Okay, and copy this and come here and paste to this. You don't need to fill anything else. Just save it. It will test the connection and it is successful. Okay, so your OpenAI is connected. Now there are three embedding models OpenAI provides. One is text ADA model, text embedding 3 small, text embedding 3 large. So for this simple use case, just use embedding 3 small or ADA 2. This is a little bit expensive. I am just going to use embedding 3, or let's use ADA2 right now. I'm using ADA2. Okay. So, and you can remember, you can use open source, whatever connectivity it provides. You can use those embedding models. You don't need to pay, definitely. It's up to you. But just for testing, I'm showing it. So this is how my model is connected. Okay. Embedding model is connected now. Now what I need to connect with this is I need to connect a data loader. So remember, okay. So you click on data loader and you will select, now this is a file. So file, is it a, remember, if it's a, I hope you know what is JSON, right? JSON is just key dictionary. This type of file is called binary file. So it's selected binary, and you will load everything, data format, automatically detected everything. No need to change anything here. That's it. Okay. And here you need to do, remember here we were doing this thing. We were splitting the data. So you need to set up the condition on how you're going to chunk your documents. So that is what it will come here. You'll click on text splitter. There are 3 types of text splitter available. One is character, one is recursive, one is token. So I'll be using recursive. Recursive means it will read the paragraphs and it will try to split based on paragraphs. Okay. Character means you'll give certain character length, and after every that character it will split it. And token based split based on token. So I'm using this right now. Here you need to give a chunk size of characters. So I will say I want to split based on every 3000 tokens. Okay. And overlap I can give, for example, 50 here. And do I need to give anything else? No. Okay. That's it. So this is my entire setup, which is ready now of data ingestion. What is happening here? I'm reading a file from Google Drive, downloading it, putting in Supabase, and chunking it and storing in the database. Okay. Now let's execute this and let's see. This is my database right now. No information is present there. Okay. Once I run this flow, it will run everything and we will be able to see documents. So let's click on this execute flow. So see, it is running. This is running now. It is downloading the file. After that, it is chunking, embedding, storing. Everything is happening. And see, it's split it into 185 chunks, that document. And if I come to my database, you will see in a second that table will get loaded. See, this is loaded. This table is created automatically. Now this, let's see what all information I've got. This is the content. So that PDF that I showed you, right? This was the PDF. It chunked it into multiple parts. And what it did do, it basically, see, you can read all the text of the chunks is here. This is the text of the chunk. This is the text of the chunk. Everything is there. This is some metadata, that which line is it present, line 209 to this, line 200 to this, and these are the embeddings of that particular
What if
text.
there are pictures or charts? How will it?
Sorry?
What if there are pictures or charts
Right
in the
now,
document?
it will not take pictures. It will only read text from this.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a limitation. To read pictures and chart, you have to do an OCR model, which is we'll do some other time. Okay. Right now, I am just reading text. Okay. So like this is a table. It can read the text of the table. Okay. But if there is an image, it will not be able to read right now. For that, we have to use an OCR model. We will do that later. Okay. So the first step is completed. Anyone, any doubt? Let's see one more thing. Let's try to upload couple of more files and see how many variables how many files do I have right now. I have 185 records, correct? So let's test our flow. I'll go to my drive. I'll upload a new file, and let's select incorrect facts, and let's select this particular one first of all. Okay. It uploaded, and now I will upload another file. So now remember, I did this. I am not going to run any flow right now. It will run automatically. Okay. Give it a while. It will load, it will read from that, and it will see, it will automatically start executing. And in a while, we will be able to see things in my weight data. This shows 185 records right now. It takes a while. Yeah, one item. Why is it not coming?
There's a delay of 1 minute, right?
Yeah, it takes a minute generally to trigger. Basically, it takes some time. $185 only. I'll give it a few seconds. If it does not work, I will trigger, but it does automatically. Maybe I would have missed some connection or something, but it does automatically. Let's test it out once again. 185. I think I maybe missed some. Let's execute this right now. Yeah, I think I didn't. So it succeeded. Let's refresh it. 188 record. You see this, right? It read. Basically, I think I missed some connection, but it does automatically as well. Okay, we'll see that later. But main thing is that it can. I might have to check some setting. Okay. Again, we'll see all this later. So the first part is done, right? We can now upload a folder and it will ingest here. Okay. Now let me upload the. So let me see. Where is my OpenAI account? How much money did I spend? Let's go to billing. At 10.44. Okay. So what I can do, I can upload remaining file as well. File upload. I'll read this drone manual. Okay. Drone manual also came here, and I will run this flow. And it created workflow. Let's reload it. So 191 records, right? Drone also got added. So that's how now we have done the first part. Now I'm coming to the second part where I'm setting up second part, the AI agent. Do you guys have energy for next 15-20 minutes, or shall we do it later? Tell me if you guys have energy for next 15-20 minutes more, or if you want, we can do it some other time.
Yeah, let's finish it off. Let's finish it off.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
Yes, let's finish it.
if you
Yes.
want to drop, you guys can drop. I will record anyways, upload on YouTube. You can see from there. Okay. So I'm not forcing anyone to stay in the class. It's fine. I understand it's been more than 2 hours. So now let's try to set up. Okay. Let's try to set up our workflow. Okay. So what I want to do, my main chat session, I want to trigger when a chat starts. So I will come here. I'll select an option AI agent. Okay. This is an AI agent which I will create. So, where is it? Okay. I have to create from here. So I'll come create an AI agent. Okay. You have to connect it chat trigger. So let me. You have to basically invoke it based on a chat. So yeah, now they're connected. Yeah, now they're connected. So basically, when will this particular flow trigger? Whenever a message is received. So for example, I open this chat, I ask this question, hi. Right now, will it answer me anything? Tell me.
No.
No, because there's no LLM.
There's no LLM right now. Okay.
Yeah.
So it will not answer. So what will I do in my, remember in my AI agent, I told you there will be an LLM, which is the brain of agent, and tools. We need to provide tools. Memory is also there, but main thing is chat model and tools. So I'll click on this. Now there are a lot of models to connect to. I'll connect with OpenAI chat model. Okay. And remember, it will take the same account that I connected, and you will have options of a lot of models. I will simply go with GPT-4o right now. So this is the GPT-4o model, which I have created. So this is, now tell me, now will it answer me?
Yes.
So let's test it out. I'll type hi. Let's see. So it replied, hello, how can I assist you today? So my LLM is connected. Correct? Now, if I ask it, what is the revenue of Nike in 2019? Will it answer that?
No.
Why?
Because not connecting to the
Vector database
tools. Yeah, the database, correct.
So enter it. It will say, it will give some random information which it has. It will not be the accurate, whatever, right? It will not read from the document that I created. So what I have to do now, I have to connect my tools, right? So I'll connect a tool. First of all, I will connect a Supabase. So Supabase vector tool. This is a Supabase vector store, which I will be creating. Right? I'll create this Supabase vector store. Now what connection it will take automatically. Now what I have to do? I have to insert documents, or I have to retrieve documents as tool for AI agent, right?
Yes.
So retrieve documents as tool for AI agent. Now, remember if I told you it's very important to give the description of an AI tool. When I was teaching you AI agent, I told you that it is very, so you will first of all give it a name. You'll give, for example, you can give it RAG store. Okay, you'll give a description. Use this tool whenever user asks first of all questions related to Nike company. Okay, because one of my document talks about that. Second, I will give you user asks about drone. Okay. Third, user asks about data sense. I uploaded 3 documents, right?
Yes.
So I'll mention, remember, it is very, very important to mention this. If you don't mention this, it will not be able to read properly. Okay. And right now also I've written a very basic one. You can make it more descriptive, but it's fine. Let's see how it is going to work today. Okay. So I have given it a description. And from where it will read now? Documents. What is the table that I created in Supabase? Documents, right? So what will I do? I will come here. I'll select documents. And now this is, remember I showed you top 3, top 4, the diagram. If you remember, here I was picking up top 2 embeddings, top 2 chunks. That thing you can optimize. I'm making it 4. You can make it any number, 5, 6, anything. Okay, I'm making it 4 right now. Okay, and then I have an option. I can leave this not required. Okay, so this is my vector store connected. Now, for a vector store, an important thing was that whenever a user question comes, you have to convert it into embedding. So I need an embedding model here. And this embedding model needs to be the same embedding model which you used here. Which embedding model did we use here? Let's check it out. We used
recursive, I think it's recursive retrieval, something like.
Yeah, remember the the values that are created in your Supabase, these values are based on a particular embedding model. So when you're retrieving, it should be also based on that. Otherwise, it will be incorrect. Because I told you every model is different. The way every model creates embeddings is different. Right? Do you guys remember this?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll quickly do this. Okay. I'll connect embedding OpenAI. It was ADA2 model, right? Which I did. Let me just check. ADA2 model.
That's ADA2.
Okay. I selected the ADA2 model. So this thing is done. First tool is done. Let's try to ask question from my Supabase vector store. Right now, I have not connected my second tool, but I will try to do. So what I have to do, let me ask you, what is, so let's go to the PDF. Let's go read some particular information. Okay, forget that. What was the question? We were checking it here, right? It was present here. Latest news, tell me top 5. Yeah, number of shares purchased by Nike between this. This is what I was testing there. You can test on different questions as well. It's fine. So I did this. Now let's see what it is going. Please focus how flow will run. Okay. It will run. It will check the database and it will give you the answer. Clear? Any doubt, anyone? Let me know, guys, if you have any doubt.
I have a question, but you may choose to answer it later. I come from data science background, so I understand when we used to build models, there were multiple techniques available, and then we used to basically try out different things in an experimentation way. And at the end, one of the model used to be accurate, more accurate than others. And then that was chosen. And once the model is ready, then when we put into the production, then we had a machine learning based or model monitoring system, basically, right? So the way I see is that there are multiple options here in AI embeddings or different layers, right?
Yeah.
So we probably need to have a mechanism to figure out that which option is right, because when you are doing it, you may know, but if somebody
I'm telling
new
based on experience, but if you don't know, you have to try different models. Every model has a different cost, and every model has a certain level of accuracy. You need to decide based on the cost and accuracy that what model is best for me.
Right. So is there any automated mechanism for that? Because instead of individually
right now, there's no automated mechanism. Right now in GenAI, there's not. There are some KPIs to track, but entirely depends upon your example, because every use case is different, so you cannot generalize. That's the thing.
What about the agent monitoring?
Agent monitoring, there are things. There are tools like LangGraph is there, Langsmith is there, but you can. There is Prometheus is there. There are a lot of tools which you can use to monitor agents. So there's a tool called Langsmith. It is used to basically observability eval's platform where teams can debug, test, and monitor AI performance. This is one of the tools which you can use. Okay. So now we're connected. So our one tool is working. Okay. Now let's try to quickly set up another web search tool. What this web search is going to do, that it is going to search information on internet and provide me the answer. So the tool I'm going to use is called Tavily. Okay. So Tavily is basically a tool used, and there are a lot of Tavily is there, Brave is there, Firecrawl, a lot of options are there. You can choose anyone. Now Tavily is a tool basically used to connect your LLM application to web. Okay. So guys, I know it's little longer. Trust me, it is my 1:30 AM as well. I just want to finish it, right? So this is just, we'll connect this tool. I'll show you how to write up in emails, and then we are done. Okay. Those who want to drop, please drop off. I'm not forcing anyone. Just that I think if you have started, let's finish it. So Those who want to drop, please feel free to drop it. Okay, I'm not forcing anyone, but those who want to understand, please stay with me for a few more minutes. Okay, I'll connect with this Tavily. Now you come here. So let me show you how Tavily works. You come here. There's an API playground. So what you do that, suppose I ask a question that tell me latest AI news today. Okay, let's say this is my search query. Okay, when I will send this request, it will, this is you will see response, you will see answers here. It will fetch you information from internet. Okay, see, it has got information, so it will give you multiple answers. It will provide you URL. So if you click on this, you can basically go to this URL, actually paste it, and it will give you real information across the world. Okay, so this is there. Then it has given me another URL. You can go here as well. So this is also another Wall Street Journal is there. Okay, so what it will do based on your question, it will explore the internet and it will give you top. So by default, it gives top 5 results. See, but you can change it, and there are a lot of parameters you can do. I'm not going in detail, but this tool is used to fetch information online. Okay, there are a lot of tools. For example, there is a thing called as 𝗪𝗶 API. 𝗪𝗶 API is used to fetch information if you want to do a Google search type of thing. Okay, the Google search API that you do, so it gives you result like this based on whatever you type. So it's exactly the Google search information that you see. Plus there are a lot of, you can explore that later, but I'm going to use Tavily. So in Tavily, I'll need an API key here. So how to set up Tavily in this tool? I click on this, and here I will see HTTP request. Okay, in HTTP request, make an HTTP request and returns response data. Okay, what I have to do, I have to import 𝗀. So if I come here, I will see documentation of Tavily. Documentation. Okay, API reference, and you will see this 𝗀 command. What you have to do, simply copy this and come to n8n, click on import 𝗀, you paste it here and click on import. Okay, it will set up everything for you. So make an HTTP request, method post, everything is done, and you simply need to copy the API key which I was showing you, and you need to paste it here instead of token. Okay, that's it. And now this is the field that will go to the Tavily and it will respond you something. Right now the question that is going is static. What is 𝗬macy? I want to make my question dynamic, right? Because whatever I'm going to ask, I want to put that here. Yes or no? So I'll delete this. Okay, rather I will pass a variable. Remember we did that earlier. So this chat input contains the question that I was having. So I'll take this variable chat input and I will put, wait a second, why it is not coming? Yeah, so let me do one thing. So chat input, right? This is it. I will control X and I will paste it here. So what is happening here? That this question that you are seeing here, now it is coming directly from my chat. It is not a static question. So this is the field that will go to Tavily and it will reply you the answer of this particular question. Okay, that's all you need to do. Rest, everything you can leave it. No need to change anything. Now let's execute this step and we will see some answer here in a while. See, it is giving me an answer, right? It gave me some content. Okay, so That is how it is done. So for example, let me ask it a question. What is, let's say, tell me top AI news today. Okay. I run it. It will make an HTTP request. And see, when it runs the HTTP request, it will provide an answer. Okay. And your LLM will respond this answer now. Today's top AI news include Sam Altman's remarks, BCG guide, and all those things. And where is this answer coming? This answer is coming from HTTP request. Yes, I can send headers, parameters. Yeah. Okay. This content is basically which is present. Is it clear, guys? Any doubt, anyone? So I have set up a tool, HTTP request. I have set up a tool, vector database. Now I can chat with any of the question. Depending upon my question, it will route to either HTTP request or Supabase vector store. Okay. For memory, you can simply use your simple memory. You don't need to set up any advanced thing. It will check your last 5 messages and it will answer based on that. Okay. This is there. So we have set up all the major flows. Now what I need to do, the last part of the flow is I need to send a reply over an email. And what I need to do, I need to put a Slack message. Okay. Is everyone good so far? Everyone clear with this flow? See, when you try, then only you will get to know. I just told you what all you need to do here. Okay. Follow those steps later on when you see the session. But this is basically telling you, I didn't write any code. Simply by dragging and dropping, you can set up things. Okay.
𝗏𝗏, one question. Just now the interact with the chat into the AI agent. This is text? Can it be something through voice?
Yeah, you can do through voice as well.
Oh, okay.
Let me show you. Telegram. Okay. Send an audio file. Okay.
Oh, okay.
What happens that when you trigger, you can trigger based on an audio file. Okay.
Okay.
So whenever you give a voice note on a Telegram, WhatsApp, or anywhere, an audio file is created. That audio file is automatically passed. It extract text, get the answer, and reply back in voice. That also you can do.
Oh, okay.
I'll maybe show that project in some other session.
Can that'd be great.
But yeah, I'm just telling it. You see, you just need to see what all options are there. Click, try. That's all. But I can show you some other time. Okay.
Can, no problem. Okay, then I have my second question.
Yeah.
Are we able to see, is there any, let's say the coding behind the whole this thing? Just like,
everything is coding only. Yes.
Oh, then that's like 𝗏𝗏, you able to, after putting the diagram, there's a code, you can see all the code behind
I think in premium version you can see the code, but in free version you cannot see. I think that's it.
Oh, free version. Okay.
This is a free version actually. Okay. So I have set up this, right? We have got response from both the things. Now what I need to do, I need to set up a database where I am basically, I would say I will create I'll store these answers in a database. Remember I showed you here that I was storing answers in a database, right? So
yes.
What I do, I'll quickly create a database. So like this flow which was there for me. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I have given a user question, I have got an answer. So what I need to do, I need to set fields. Okay. Set set edit fields. Okay. I need to create 3 variables. The first variable is user question. Okay. User question. Where is this user question coming from? This chat input, right? This chat input variable. Yes. So I'll put it here. Okay. First variable is created. Now let's add another thing. Answer. Where is answer coming from? This output, right?
Oh, yes.
this AI agent. So see, whatever trigger we created, everything is here. AI agent, chat. From AI agent's output is my answer, right? So I will drag this variable and I will store here. Got it?
Yes.
And suppose I also want a timestamp. I'll write down it as timestamp. Okay. Come here, you will see the exact time when I ask the question now. So you can click this and you can take it here. Okay. And when you execute this step, it is giving you, let's see, it's executing some previous nodes. So it will give me 3 variables: user, question, answer, and timestamp, right? So what I will do, I'll store these 3 variables in a SQL database. So what I have to do from here, I have to create a SQL database. So I'll simply copy things from here only where I did without going much. Dashboard, data science free plan. Okay, let me do. Did I do any chat for that? Yeah, this is the table I created. Okay. So what will I do? I'll come to this particular thing. I'll go to SQL editor. I'll create a new snippet. Okay. I'll create a table response, which it will contain user, question, answer, text, and timestamp. So let me see the variable name which I created here. Let's come here. It was user question. Okay. So where is it? This is my user question. Okay. And for answer, what is there? This is answer and timestamp, right? So I'll make it answer. And this is timestamp. Clear? Okay. Now I'll run this and create this table. So this table is created now. If you come here, you'll see a table response. It has ID. This will create automatically user, question, answer, and timestamp. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect my database to my n8n. What I will do here, I'll bring this Supabase, and in Supabase, I will see multiple options. Which one should I select? I have to add a row to the table. So which one should I select? Create a row. Create a row. Supabase is connected. Okay. Row, create table name. So which is my table name? Response, right?
Response.
And data to send defined below for each column. So I will add. So the first column that I need to add is user question. Okay. What is the value for user question? It is this variable, right? I'll pass it here. I'll add another field. Let's add answer. Where is answer coming from? Here. Drag it here. Now I need timestamp. Timestamp is coming from this variable. Done. That's all you need to do. And now if I execute this step, if you see my Supabase, this table is empty right now. When I execute this step, node successfully executed, and let's see if rows come here or not. Let me refresh it. I've got the rows. Right? So now let's just test our flow once more, that I'll ask a new question. I will see if everything is updated to my database or not. So I'll say, what is tell me 3 important financial decision in the Nike report. Okay, let's say I ask this question. I'll run this. It will check the database, try to generate the answer. Okay, it will put in Supabase. Now let's go to Supabase. Let's see directly. Is the answer present here? Yes, it has presented the answer, right? These are the 3 report answers that it has generated. So do you see like how quickly you can, we've automated everything right now, that you just ask the question, it will choose the right tool, it will store in a database as well. Clear, guys? Okay. Now just I'll integrate email and Slack. Do you want me to show that or it's fine?
Yes, sure, yes.
Okay. So what I want to do, I want to create an email first of all and send to a new email ID. So what I will do for that email, remember, I have answers. I will use OpenAI, ChatGPT to create an email for me. ChatGPT can do that part, right?
Yes.
If I ask ChatGPT to write an email, can it write an email for me?
Yes.
So I will give ChatGPT my question, my output, and I will ask that create a formal email for me. Right? So what I will do, I'll say, I'll go to OpenAI. Let's say OpenAI and OpenAI chat model. Okay. And this is wait a second. Where is it? Where is OpenAI chat model? Okay, I didn't connect it. Sorry. I'll connect it from here. AI, sorry, OpenAI. OpenAI message a model. Okay. So this is OpenAI message. Now what I have to do, model, I'll select any model. Let's select GPT-4o model here. Okay. Now I have to give a prompt that I want ChatGPT to create an email for me. I will say, you are an AI async also we can do, but I will show it in some other class. Okay. You are an AI assistant. You're an AI expert in writing an email. Write an email to to Aman, basically the candidate, from data sense. Okay. Mentioning the response. Okay. So you can say question, mentioning the answer to his question. Okay, something like that I will do. I'm just trying to do mentioning the answer to his question. Okay, so you will say question. What was the question? Where is the question coming from? This one, right? This ID that I created in the previous setup. I'll get it from here, question, and I'll say answer. Where is answer? Answer is this one, which I created. This is the answer. Now to prompt, mention an email, and I'll say that give me the email content only, not heading or label. Okay, right now I'm just doing a simple thing. So that is it, and simplify output, everything is done. That's it. Okay, and let's test it out. I'll execute this step. Let's see what email comes out towards the right. So see, ChatGPT generated an email. Dear Aman, I hope this finds you well, blah, blah, blah. Something it has given, right? Yes or no, guys? Tell me.
Yes.
Right? So what I have to do now, I have to take this email and take this text and an email to Aman. So what will I do? I'll add a Gmail node. In Gmail, there is an option of send a message. So I'll first of all authenticate myself. So let's say I'm sending an email from whichever email ID do you want. I want to send from this, for example. Okay. I'll connect it and it into that, and account is connected. I have to send a message to Aman Data Sense at gmail.com. Okay. You have to give a subject. Subject you can give successful hi Aman, or you can something like this, response to your question, something like this you can do. Okay. Email type you can make it text, and message. What is the message here? Which one is the message? Tell me. Which one is the email body?
Content.
Content. You'll pick the content variable and put here. Okay. So dear Aman, blah 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 something, and best regards. You can best regards, and okay, whatever it is. I'm not changing those things. We can do later, and you can click on this, remove this. Okay. Now let's execute this step. You will see an email. Once I click on this, it will run the previous triggers, and it just sent an email. So let's go and check Aman's email. See, it just gave me a reply, 1:45 a.m. right now. Hi Aman, I hope this message finds you well, and it has given me your email. These modifications we can do later, but my objective was to show you how you can send this to email. Clear? Similarly, what I can do, I can put a Slack message as well. After this, I want to do a Slack message. I'll say Slack. I want to send a message. So there's a send a message. Okay. Now I have to set up connection with my Slack. Okay. So create a new credential, and I'll say connect my account, and this is my Slack account which is connected. I'll connect with it. Okay. It has connected to my Slack channel, my Slack account. Now send message, and now I have to send to a channel, and there are a lot of channels. If you see, this is my Slack. Now my Slack has a lot of channels: AI data science stream, new channel, social update. I want to send to new channel, for example. Okay. So what will I do? I'll select the channel name from here. So let's say I want to send to new channel, and simple text message. Message, hi Aman. You can say here is your answer to the question. And what you can do here, simply take the edit fields, and you can pick this answer here, and you can, sorry, I have to use expressions, right? So I have to use expressions. Here is your answer to the question. To the question. So I can put question here. Question is coming from this, and you can see answer is this variable, right? That's it. Done. Execute step. It will send message to Slack. Let's see Slack now. Come here in Slack. New channel. Hi Aman, here is your answer to the question. Question was this, answer was this, and you can notify someone. Okay. And suppose you want to remove this, you can simply do things from here, like add option, and you can remove this. So this is my whole workflow completed. I am asking a question. It is fetching the right tool to answer, generating the answer, storing in Supabase, sending an email, and sending a Slack. Just showing you the last example. Tell me top finance news from today. Okay. I'll just execute this to show you if it is running everything perfectly. And It will fetch the information. See, it is here right now, done, and generating email. It will send and Slack. Everything is green. Everything it has done. Let's just verify for the last time. Yes, I got an answer. A response to top finance news. It will give me an answer. And in my Slack channel also, it should have posted. Hi, Aman, here is your answer to the question. Tell me top finance news from today, and this is the answer. Okay, so sorry for taking so long, guys. This is it for today's session, where we created the whole workflow using n8n. I hope you guys learned something, right? This involves zero coding, and I will share you this flow as well if you want, but try on your own. It's a totally no code tool. You can try different things, and you'll be good to go. Okay, so if you have any question, please feel free to ask. I'll upload this video on YouTube maybe today or tomorrow. And you please in future also, if you want to attend session, you can do. You'll get an email to provide feedback regarding the session. Please do that as well if you can. It will be great help to us. And if you have any question, please feel to ask. I'm here. Otherwise, you can drop off.
Yeah. Are there any plugins to just code these workflow? Like,
yeah, there is. Have you used Cursor AI?
Yeah, I have my idea about it.
Yeah, so Cursor AI is very good tool.
Okay.
You can come here. Okay. So suppose you want to create from coding everything. Okay. So you can do one thing. Let's say this is my code environment. Okay. You can write down here that create a new file to create a new file to create a fast API app which adds to number. Okay, something like that. So you just give a comment here, you run it, see it will automatically generate the file for you. You just have to accept it, and the file name is here. See, no, where is the file? What file did it? Fast API add. Yeah, it automatically created. Okay, so you can use Cursor for that. If you want to create code automatically without typing, if you're not good at it, you can do that from Cursor.
Okay.
I'll conduct a session on Cursor again. How to basically, this is called vibe coding, right? I can conduct some other time how to create applications which you don't know. Suppose you don't know any programming language. Can you still create it? Yes, you can do. But you need to have some logical understanding. So I'll cover it in some other time.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
This is called vibe coding. Vibe, VIBE. It's a fancy name people give. Vibe coding. That people who don't know coding, but they can simply prompt and code. So it is called vibe coding. It's a very fancy term these days, right? So
yeah.
So that's it, guys. I hope you guys learned. Please provide a feedback in group if you can, or in the email you will get it. Or you can go to TopMate and provide the feedback there. And that's it. If I come up, I'll come up with more sessions in future. And some, like mostly will be free, some will be paid depending upon the level of things. You can enroll if you're interested, right? So
that's great. One question. Just now the vibe coding, using the cursor. Is it any tools outside there? Let's say I can build something like from the what I call requirement. From the I just type the requirement base, and then you convert it into a what I call is something like package, and then become a integrate into a.
I didn't get your question actually.
Okay, it's something like a combination of. I think this. I know that building an apps. Let's say to build an apps, using the 𝗧𝗶𝗶. I heard that 𝗧𝗶𝗶, but I'm not too sure. What the 𝗧𝗶𝗶 compare with this cursor?
𝗧𝗶𝗶, I have not used 𝗧𝗶𝗶 much, right? People say it's good, but I have not tried a lot of things. There is another vibe coding tool I forgot. I don't know. There are a lot of tools these days actually. 𝗧𝗶𝗶 is also very good, I've heard, but I have not compared, to be honest.
Okay.
I have mostly sometimes. So what I'm doing, I try to build this website for data science, right? I showed you at the start. So I don't know front end. I don't know a lot of things. I created this all using vibe coding.
Wow, this is awesome. Very professional.
So, I'm just a Python coder. I don't know front end React, but this is created on React. I created all this using vibe coding. So if you have the knowledge and if you know how to basically navigate, right, then you can do
Yes.
it. So
Okay, great.
so that's you can do. It's like here there are a lot of features in this. There is, you can compete with people, for example, quick play, and it will, so if you do a quick play, it will automatically find anyone who is using the data science website parallelly. It will generate a coding competition with that person. You can see right now. So it is checking if anyone is using this website right now. It generally takes 30 seconds. So it didn't find anyone. So then it will go for a bot match. Otherwise, so basically I'm still in the development phase. Right, once more people are there, you can find people who are live and you can compete in coding test or project text. Like I'm creating another feature here where you will do projects live in the website only. You don't need to download things from here and there.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
So, and those, you'll get leaderboards, you'll get a lot of things there, but I'll launch it in few days. But yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, please. Anyone, any other question, please feel free to ask me. Okay, so I don't think anyone has any question. Thanks again, guys. Thanks a lot for taking out more than 3 hours. I really appreciate, and I hope it was helpful. I'll come up with a new session some next week or maybe a week after that. And please try this on your own. It's totally free right now. You can take a 14-day trial, at least learn it, and you can understand how AI works, right? Okay.
Hey, hi Satvik, this is Sriram. I just send a message to you. Please add me to the group.
Yeah, I'll please, guys who want to get added, please WhatsApp me. I will add you in 30 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, I shoot a message to you.
Yeah, sure, guys. Who want to get, who are not added, please just text me. I will add you.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Savik.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.